Start the show, motherfucker.
No, I'm not DJ Academics. I'm just a nigga with a podcast. How y'all doing? I'm your host, Wendy Williams, here with my brother from another.
We
the
call
uh,
me
world
Ego.
the world renowned Morocco Joe. What's popping?
Yeah, what's up? What's popping? What's cracking? For all my gang members. Hope
Yo, you
everybody doing well, man. Hope everybody living.
like I always say, what it do? Or if you from DC, what's good, Mo? Another episode. And before we start, I do have to retract something that I said the other day. Because that's journalistic integrity,
Mm.
unlike what most of you motherfuckers have that report shit. So, when we was talking about Jerry Smith, Angie Renee, turns out he's not the nephew to the mayor of Blacksburg. So I'm sorry, Miss White Bitch. I did not mean to get you thrown in that, and I retract my statement on that. But everything else that I said, I meant it. So there's that.
Did you get approached? What happened? Did you
No,
get
no, I
approached?
just hell no. I just heard some new info today, so I just thought it'd be right to retract the statement because that's
Oh, okay.
that's what
Okay. You didn't get G checked. You didn't get G checked by the mayor.
by who
The mayor.
anybody the man. Hell no. I just like Blacksburg, and I ain't trying to get pulled over and shot to death because I said some shit.
Mm. Mm.
But that's how
That's
it
funny.
is. I'm over here just sharing to it. Hey, if you watching this shit, you got to share, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube, go follow the Facebook page. It's gonna
Hey,
be a
find the
good
link.
episode.
Find the link and join the show. Shout out to Chase, man. That was a good little discussion we had last week about Mayweather and Logan Paul.
No
That was a great
bullshit.
discussion. Yeah, he brought in some good points.
I'm
What's on
over
the
here
docket
fucking.
today, sir?
Plenty. Yeah, again, this is the show about everything and nothing, so there's plenty to talk about.
Bet. We'll
Where I
talk about
want to
the
start.
Olympics.
Mm, we can shortly. Uh, Tyler Perry coming back to Netflix as Medea.
Man, he need to just go ahead and have the surgery, man.
Nigga, facts. That nigga been dying to put that motherfucking wig back on for a
Ridiculous, man.
minute.
I mean,
I guarantee.
I got no hate for Tyler Perry, man. He does nice things in the community and stuff like that. So shout out to him. But that's getting old, bro. Change the style up. Like even Martin got out the Big Mama house stuff. Like, he did that for like three
Even
movies.
Eddie stopped doing making meet the clumps, hear the clumps,
Yeah,
whatever.
like,
Hey,
you push
professor.
it around. Or have the surgery, one of the two. You know what I'm saying? Might as well.
I guarantee if you go to Tyler Perry house, he got like old Medea costumes behind glass cases, like old Batman uniforms, nigga. That nigga
I would
is
not be
tripping.
surprised. I would not be
That
surprised.
nigga sleep in a wig and a nightgown. That nigga really is Medea. That shit is crazy.
I think that's crazy. Like, didn't he build one of the largest, like, uh, I guess, like, production houses in Georgia?
Yeah. Which, no knock on Tyler Perry, get your paper, but how did he get so much off them fucking movies?
And the pay-per-views, man. People be watching them shits, man, in the movie theater. And I think he wrote and directed and produced, so he got a lot of money off that. I think that's 3 checks for each one. And he acted in it. That's 3 checks, 4 checks, 5 checks for each movie, plus the
But I
royalties.
mean, he in like Oprah conversations, like
Well, Oprah out the
paper.
conversation, bro. When the last time you seen Oprah say anything?
That's because Oprah going through some other shit. She pimping little black girls out in Africa, so she kind of got to shut the fuck up.
And Haiti. Look it up.
Yeah.
And Haiti.
Oprah kind
that'll
of
make
got to
you
shut the fuck up.
It's sad, but
mean,
true, man. People don't even know these things, man. I don't even like to speak on these things. People think we crazy.
They really do. They're like, where did y'all get this information? Like,
Don't worry, it's true.
type it
That's
in.
the
Google's your
news
friend,
telling
bro.
you.
Type the shit in.
Not only that, if the CNN or Fox said it, you'd be like, "Oh my God, that's the truth." They say
Oh,
worse lies than that, bro.
now
Trust
this
me,
is
this
the
is
new
not a
thing.
lie; these are facts.
If it comes out in meme form, then it must be true. That's all motherfuckers post is memes. They don't know where the fuck the shit on this meme came from, but it must be true.
That's why I don't even be on the fucking like social medias, bro. I can't even do it, bro. We
Be
had a
like that.
conversation. It's so true these days, man. What as long as you can get a million people to believe it, it's now the facts. It is
Yeah,
now 1+1. It is facts.
yeah. It was
Terrible.
just stupid shit, yeah. Like I don't know. Hey, shout out Tyler Perry. You get to put the wig back on and the stockings, nigga. I know I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch it. Fuck it.
I probably am too. They make good movies. I'm not hating, but damn, come up with something new, bro.
Yeah,
Like, you
really. Like,
know what I'm
god
saying? Like,
damn.
I know you creative. Create something. Shit.
Nigga, all he knows is how to be Medea. All his movies, I just see Medea. That's it. Remember he did that action movie Alex Cross? Um,
I didn't even watch it. Be
that's
real with
nothing.
you. I
That's
didn't
nothing
even
but
watch
Medea with a beard, nigga. Like it's that
it.
nigga. That nigga
That's
sleep
it.
talking night. He do the Medea voice. He was like, "Hello."
How long you been doing this now? It's like 10 years, bro. Got to be at least 10.
You want to know what's funny? You want to know a funny story? I remember when Diary of a Mad Black Woman came out back in the day. I want to say I was in like seventh grade, maybe seventh grade, eighth grade, somewhere around there. And we went to the late night show. It was me, my homie DJ, and we had like these two chicks with us. And so we went to the late night show. So it's like all the college kids and shit, all the black chicks, everything in there. I'm the only nigga in the theater that took a white girl to see Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I, I'm, that is the dumbest shit. Just looking back on it, like nigga, I was like, why is everybody looking at me? Oh, okay. Think about it now, like you're a fucking idiot.
Why?
I mean, it just looks strange. You took a white woman to go see Diary of a
No, no,
Mad
no, no,
Black
no,
Woman.
no.
That's
I'm
just
saying, why you think people looking at you like you the idiot?
because it's like, how dare you? You
What
fucking
you mean?
like
That's what you like. You like whoever you was with, you like them, I
it's
guess,
like
right?
taking your white girlfriend to go see The Color Purple, nigga. Like she
Do
ain't
what
gonna
you want to
understand
do,
this
bro.
movie. That was some
Maybe
funny
she'll learn
shit.
something. Maybe she'll
That
learn something.
right. I just watched Diary of a Mad Black Woman the other day too. That movie's fucked up.
It's all right. I
I
just
mean,
don't like the portrayal. This is gonna sound crazy, but the portrayal of like the dark skinned dude beating his woman and all of that. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, he didn't beat her in that movie. That's the movie where he leaves her.
what's the one
Um,
with the beats her in?
ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the stream, John Boy.
What up?
Hey, salute, salute.
What it
Hold
do?
on a
What it
minute, hold on a
do?
minute. I got these movies confused. Which is the one when homeboy is beating his old lady? Which movie is that? They
Ah,
starting.
fuck. What Tyler Perry movie
It's a
is that?
Medea movie. Yeah, it's a Medea. When they start to blend together, that's how many he done made. They starting to just combine into one.
Yeah, yo, I know which Medea movie you're talking about, where he just whoops her ass.
Yeah, he beating the dog shit. It's like, damn, well, that's not good, bro. That don't
Fuck.
happen. He's like super
Mm,
paid, and her mom is like, you gonna have to deal with that one. Like,
yeah,
it's
for
like,
the
yo, what
money.
is this, bro? Who is doing that? Like,
uh, fuck, dog. I can't really think of it, but I know which one you're talking about.
see, they starting to blend together, dude. That's when it's bad, bro.
But
When it's like,
Diary of a Mad Black Woman is when her husband leaves her for his side chick and they get married. And then
yeah, no, I
he
know that one.
yeah,
I was thinking it was the other one. Like,
yeah. I'll tell you what, me and
the
Sid,
one
we was
I'm talking
watching.
about, Medea gets the little girl when she about to go to jail or whatever. She's in court and Judge Maybelline is up there and
Oh,
she's like, "You better take this bad kid." You know what I'm
is that
saying?
the one where Medea also goes to jail? Is that Medea goes to jail?
No, I don't think it's that one, bro.
Where she's like, brownies for my brownie. Is that not the one?
Nah, I don't think it's that one, bro. It might be.
It's Kiki
Anyway,
Palmer, right? She's the little girl.
yeah, she's bad as shit. And then Medea whoops her ass in the car.
Fuck it, we got smartphones. Let's figure this shit out.
I can't. If I get off this, it'll
Oh
mess
yeah,
up.
I got y'all. I got y'all. Medea movies. Oh
Hey,
well, I don't know how this is
yo,
gonna tell me. What's good?
hey, Jordan? What do I hit on the app to rotate the camera, dude?
Uh, that I'm not sure, my brother.
Mm-hmm. We'll figure it
Don't
out.
nobody want to see your ass anyway.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Is there not a button you can press?
I don't know. Look, see, I'm sitting sideways. That's why I've done it every other time, but it ain't working.
Well, you got some
Uh,
bodega ass Wi-Fi, don't you?
try to leave out and come back in and see if that fixes it.
Salute. Anyway, back to the Medea conversation.
But yeah, I don't know which movie, but I know the movie you're talking about. But he do got a gang of fucking Medea movies. Is
Just
Joe
give it up,
froze?
bro. He need to
Okay.
either he need to either have this. You know, I'm here. He need to either have the surgery or just come up with some new ideas, man. He's creative, dude. Come up with some new ideas.
I mean, he down in Atlanta. This is perfect for him.
Anyways,
So cool. It was popping. All right,
what to be trans? To
we're
be
gonna
a
get into story time
transgender?
because I wanted to geek. Joe, what's the furthest you've jumped out of a window for a chick?
Uh, like $600 club or
Hold on, hold on. Your
mistake.
connection is terrible tonight. What is going on?
Is it better now?
Yeah. All right. Now, what'd
Hello,
you
hello.
say? Yeah, I hear you.
One time I dropped about $600 in this club in Norfolk, just trying to impress this chick. I did not have the $600 to drop.
So how the fuck did you drop 600?
It was what's the name of that club? I think it's closed now. I can't think of it. It used to be like if anybody's from that area, it used to be like an opera house. Like no
You
bullshit. It was
dropped
like
600 on a bitch?
not just on her, like on the table, like in the VIP section. She was baller. Man, I can't think of the name of the club right now. If you ever been out
Keep
in
it real.
Norfolk,
Keep it real. You got the ass or nah after dropping
no,
600?
that's what the major problem was. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog.
You nut ass nigga.
Yeah,
You spent.
it was a good night though. Like I ended up having a good time, but I was young, man. I was young. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even allowed in there. I was like 19, bro. My brother just knew everybody that was there, so I just went in. Like it was like no problem. We came in like probably like 8 deep, but I spent a whole damn tax return. It felt like in that bitch. What
Nigga,
is the
you
name
spent
of that club?
600 and didn't get the ass?
Well, it wasn't just on her though. We were just having a lovely time. Uh, but yeah, the majority of the money I spent was like just trying to be, trying to be big dog out there. You know what I'm saying?
Now, how did you know this chick?
I had I had seen her at a bar probably about like three maybe four, probably 2 weeks before that. And we had told her, like me, my brother, his friend Jay, we had told her, look, we're planning on going to Norfolk. Can't remember the name of the fucking club, man. It's drawing a blank. But we told her we were going to Norfolk, and we ended up going, and she ended up tagging along. But we had a crew of probably like 7 or 8 people in there. We were deep, and we had like a little section marked off, and I put up a bunch of bread. Jay put up a bunch of bread. My brother put up a bunch of bread. We had a good night. But my major like priority in that bitch was trying to get that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the major
Oh, you was
goal.
trying all right, nigga.
Yeah, I failed miserably. You know what I'm saying? I remember the
John?
club. They used to sell this drink at this club called Shambull. It was Red Bull and champagne mix. That shit was fire.
That sounds like
Yeah, that sounds
heartburn, nigga.
terrible.
Bro, at the
Yeah,
time, that
that's
shit was
what I
fire.
thought.
You guys know this is like '09, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm speeding. You know what I'm saying? That was in the club.
Nigga. John Boy, what's the furthest you've jumped out the window for a woman, if you don't mind sharing?
Now hold on, man. You fuzzing out on me, man. Audio's going bad.
I'm froze. How do I sound?
Yeah, you sound like
Sid,
you're coming through an
production?
Atari 2600, dude.
Get the fuck out of here.
Leave and come back. It's John Boy's internet now. You sound fine to me, bro.
Okay, bet. All right, I'm gonna share my story on how far I jumped out the window. I didn't really jump out the window, but this is just a funny story to share. In 7th grade, I was trying to bag this chick. I don't want to say her name because it'd be kind of fucked up. It wouldn't really be fucked up, but it might slip out. Anyways, I was trying to bag this chick, So,
I remember the club name. It's called Granby Theater. Sorry. Continue.
all right. So I'm trying to bag this chick, and ain't nothing working. So what my dumbass does, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna write you a song. All right, listen to this. So you know the song "Smile" by Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was one of my favorite songs back in the day. I knew that shit word for word, like I had played it so much. So I wrote it down. Like you remember
Wearing your G
the
Unit t-shirts.
you remember the agendas they used to give you in like middle school? It had like a calendar and all that shit in it.
Yeah, planner.
Yeah. So nigga, I'm writing the lyrics like on the side of the planner, like telling her, like, yeah, I'm writing you a song. And every time she looks over, I'm really sitting here like I'm thinking about lyrics. I'm looking up like whole time I'm writing down Lloyd Banks lyrics. Lloyd
Oh
Banks
my
lyrics, nigga.
God.
And then
Biter.
and then I try to do some nut shit. I was like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, but read that song I wrote for you.
Did she know it was Lloyd Banks?
I don't know. I don't think she did, but the shit didn't work.
Oh man.
He also has a lyric. He has a
So
lyric in
what?
there that says, "I slanted like you're Asian, but you're black," and I wrote that down.
And she's
But I was
white.
right. She white than the motherfucker.
Well, I know she was. That's all Jordan
Yeah.
mentioned.
Oh
That's all
my
Jordan mentioned. White.
God. Yeah. Hey, I tried. I tried.
You're a fucking fool.
I really jumped out the window for this bitch. I fought her boyfriend at the time. He was a freshman in high school. I'm in 7th grade. I ended up fighting that nigga, beating him up. Still couldn't win this bitch's honor. I was like, man, this bitch just must not like niggas.
I don't fought for her. I don't fought for a chick once, but I didn't consider that jumping out the window. He violated in a major way anyway.
Fighting for a chick is jumping out the window, nigga.
No, he violated it in a major way in my face anyway. It was like in the 8th grade. And it wasn't at school. It was like in the neighborhood. And he just violated it anyway. So I was gonna fight him, but it was like she was there. So it was like I gotta win. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean it was kind of for her, but he violated anyway. He was just being he was on a whole nother level. We was playing football. You know how like when you play neighborhood football, shit get a little too rough.
Yeah.
And you know when somebody violates, you know, it's like it crosses the line. We're not coming back. We're about to fight right now. Like he did one of those. And I tuned him up though. I'm not gonna lie. But then I got my ass whooped by like 3 of his cousins. It was terrible.
Oh,
but
nigga.
Hey, it was
So
3
what
on
was
1.
the,
What I'm
what was
gonna
the
do?
question?
What up,
What
John?
was the question? What was the question? Because now the I can hear you now.
What's the furthest you jumped out a window to land a chick?
It was 4th grade, and I had a crush on this girl. I had a crush on this girl.
What'd you do? Let this bitch borrow your
And
crayons, nigga?
I did. And at Valentine's Day, I went to Walmart and I bought her like one of those little shitty like $20 like "Will you be mine" little carat gold heart change, you know. And I gave it to her in a note, and she
That's
told
the
me
first.
she liked me. She wanted to be my girlfriend. So I said, all right. I was happy as shit. 2 days later, I go to sharpen my pencil and I look down in the trash can and she had thrown away my necklace
Oh,
and decided that she was boyfriends with the dude that stood next to me.
Oh, that's dirty.
fuck that
Hey,
bitch.
Yeah,
we tried, man.
that's the furthest I've went for a girl, man. I do. She
In your
soured me
whole
real
life.
quick. From that
In
point
your
on, I
whole,
refused to put my heart out ever again, dude.
you know, I'll tell you one thing. My grandma used to tell me something, man, when I was younger. And rest in peace, my grandma. She put a lot of real knowledge in my head. But she said, be careful who you look in the eyes, because they'll be the ones that spill your blood. You know what I'm saying? No, always a friend that spills your blood, or always something you really, really, really want that spills your blood. So be careful. That shit always rock with me for a long
Joe
time.
spilled my blood trying to put that gator mouth bitch on me.
I just needed some help, man. I just needed you to run defense
Fuck
that night.
that.
You wasn't willing to run defense for me.
Nope. I'm not playing no defense on no bitch that look like that.
I needed somebody to get her away. You know what I'm saying?
that bitch's teeth look like bricks ahoy, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
man,
You got-
she probably still live around there. You can holler at her.
I'm not talking to that bitch. Fucking scurvy mouth. Fuck that bitch, yo.
What about them VHS tape feet though?
Oh no, wrong. We're not bringing that up. You got me fucked up. We're not
That's
going
funny
that
too.
route. What up, Dale Dean? Dale Dean in here. Well, hey, yo,
Holler at your boy.
no, we're not talking about that.
No VHS tape feet.
No,
Oh, he knows now. He knows. John
no,
Boy knows
no.
now. For
John don't
sure.
know. John don't know. And
John
and
knows.
and nobody knows.
The
So
whole block knows if she's wearing some flip flops.
nobody
I'm
knows.
telling- okay, I might know. I might know.
All I know is when she wears roller skates, she got 6 wheels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody else
Look,
rolling with
why'd
4,
I bring
she
this
got
up? I
6.
knew I set myself up for failure. But no, we're not doing that.
It was outrageous. I remember all I could see was that. Once I seen him, I was like, I can't see nothing else about this bitch. All I can see is her foot, bro. Like, get that foot out of here.
That's dirty. That's dirty. We're not gonna do that.
Hey, that's a no for your boy. I'm not a toe sucking dude, but if a girl's got ugly feet, I don't care if she's a fucking 10. If she's got one of them weird toes that like hangs over like this or something, or like them crunked up hammer toe shit, get out the front door, girl. You better be cute from tip top, man.
Yeah, if you got fucked up feet, it's a no for me, dog.
Except that night.
Wow. You know what? You a piece of shit. You a piece of
That's
shit.
what you get for not being a wingman, bro. You calling the bitch Bricks Ahoy right in front of her.
I
And you couldn't
don't
even
give
play
a
defense for me.
fuck. When you ever been a wingman for me?
Anytime, bro. I'll do it anytime for you.
Joe.
I mean,
Joe.
I say this.
Code Red.
What you
What
mean?
happened?
I
What happened
tried
that
to
night?
help, bro.
What
What you
happened
want me
that
to
night?
do?
And who's the one that ended up getting smashed, Joe?
I did my job.
You're
I took one out to
welcome.
play.
Get the fuck out of here.
I took mine out to play, bro. You should have handled yours. I took mine out to play.
Nigga, I had 2 in the hand and 1 in the bush, and I gave you 1 in my hand and let the other one fly away.
That was your fault.
I'm still a
Yeah,
friend. I'm
you can
still a
blame
good
that on
wingman.
nobody
I'm
else.
still a friend. I still slept in peace in that night with my
Me
bathrobe
too.
on with no fucks.
I slept in peace too.
That's what type of wingman I am. I brought that to you, and which I brought to you a Honda Civic. What you brought to me
Was a Honda Pilot.
was a moped with no tires on it.
Oh, come on. She had some tires on her.
No,
They was
That-
flat as fuck, but she had tires, man.
that bitch looked real
She had
Lord
some
of the
rubber on that
Ring-ish.
rim. You know
She
what I
looked
mean?
like something off Lord of the Rings. And I'm not talking the Hobbits.
Bro, that's why. Look, and she was angry too. That's why I was trying to curb her on you, so you could just charm her a little bit, so I could handle my business.
No. I don't know. I don't take shit for the team. Y'all got me fucked up. I'm not a team player.
I know.
Joe, what's my rule? 81 and nothing.
Yeah, you Kobe. I get you.
What's my rule? 80. I'm going for 81 tonight, or I'm sitting out for rest. You've got me fucked up. And it sounds so vain. I don't care. I don't
Anyway,
care.
let's get off this topic because these people have feelings. You know, they have feelings. We don't want to hurt
I don't
them.
give a fuck. I give no fuck.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Hey,
what's
look.
popping, John boy? What the fuck you been doing?
Nah, working my ass off, baby.
Word.
That's all I do. Making that cash.
Niggas still dropping needles outside your job?
Fuck yeah, dude. Homeboy. So I walked out tonight, and one of the guys, I see him all the time. The guy I offered a job, he comes up and he asked me for a lighter. And I don't have a lighter. So we're standing there talking, man, and he's got blood on his nose. His nose is bloody. He's cleaned it up, but there's still blood on the inside of it. And he's wearing shorts and his legs are all fucked up. And we talk. He says, yeah, I got a job, man. I'm doing better. I'm like, all right, man, you need to get off that shit, man. You need to get off that shit. And then he pulls his shorts up and shows me his thigh, right? And he's got this huge, I'm talking like this, like fucking open wound on his leg. Like,
Oh,
you know what that's from? I was like, yeah, you missed. He was like, yeah, I missed, man. Yeah, went to the hospital. I have one bigger than that. The doctors wanted to put me in the hospital. I said no. I mean, it's a sad place, man.
yo, don't fuck with drugs though. What are y'all doing?
It's
I
wrong.
don't,
It's
Don't do
wrong
that
though,
shit.
man.
why don't you do things that are real? Like, why are you doing some shit that was made in a bathtub? That's what I don't get, and it just makes you feel bad. Shit.
So people
If
got
I
their
if I was
vices, man.
for real, if I was homeless, and I've been homeless, if I was homeless and didn't have a place to live, I want to smoke a little bit of weed and drink some alcohol so I could go to sleep. I don't know what the fuck would make you want to take something that would just make you fucking worry. And I don't know, man. It just escapes me, dude. And this is coming from a former huge addict. I just don't get it, man. It makes me feel sad.
I mean, they
What
already
made you?
homeless, nigga.
What made you stop? What made you kick it?
I didn't like it, man. Fortunately for me, I didn't like it. I liked the opiates when I was on opiates. I loved that, and I still do, man. I'll take a Percocet and be happy, but I don't like being
Oh,
a
come
slave
on,
to
dog.
that shit. I
That
don't
shit's
like.
designed to kill you, bro. Don't take that shit.
No, I mean, dude. You got to remember too. I'm fucking a dinosaur, so I hurt. So a Percocet is fucking great for me, but it ain't something I search for. That I look for. It's not recreational for me. Nothing like that. I turn it down when I go to the doctor unless I really need it. I don't like benzoprine, Xanax, Valiums, any of that shit. I do not agree with it. It's bad for you.
Yeah,
It'll kill you.
that shit's designed to just fuck up your life, bro. That's all
It's
that shit is
all it
designed.
does, man. It's all it does. To quote Cat Williams, you need a little bit of fuck it when it comes to smoking weed, but not too much fuck it. And that stuff will really make you say fuck it. And that's not helpful at all, man. So
Yeah, nah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like at your lowest point, man. Like, what was the moment that you were like, yo, I gotta fucking chill, bro?
I was I got mad because I couldn't be, and I already have trouble being happy, man. I've been fucked up since I was little. And I got mad one day because all I did when I went to sleep was think about what I was going to do to get money to go get some more Oxycontin or some more methadone. And I saw what it was doing to my relationship, and I had a kid on the way. So I just decided one day, man. I mean, and I was shooting heroin at the time too. And
Damn,
I just
damn,
decided,
John,
Nah,
boy,
boy.
what the fuck what you on? What you thinking, bro?
hey
It's
man, dude,
crazy.
I have no shame. I don't know what I was thinking. I have no shame, and I feel like me telling the truth and being honest may help somebody else. But
That's a fact.
Fact.
I
Facts.
was I was bad off, man, and I just decided I didn't want to chase this anymore. Like, it wasn't like getting high or having a couple shots. It was different, man. I knew this had control of me. So I just laid in bed for almost a month. And it turns out, believe it or not, withdrawal from methadone, which is supposed to get you off heroin, is way more intense than getting off of heroin. So I spent a month shitting myself, runny nose, laying in
Oh,
the shower. It was miserable. And then after it was over with, I just was like, I don't need this shit in my life anymore, man. Like, I don't need
fact.
anything to control me. The worst thing in my life has always been alcohol. That's what I tell everybody to stay away from.
I remember working that one day. You had the shakes. She was like, "Yo, y'all got to run to the liquor store for me real quick." That was kind of crazy.
Jordan will tell you, it looked like I was high on heroin. I couldn't walk. I was sleepy. I was sneezing. I was gagging and throwing up. They went and got me a couple little airplane bottles of liquor. And no shit, he will attest to this. I took 2 double shots and I came out like a motherfucker on coffee.
You
Bright
you would
eyed,
you would
pussy
think
tail.
Popeye ate his spinach. He popped up, yeah.
It was for dude, that's a great one. God damn it. Kisses to you for that analogy. That was beautiful. It was hilarious and it was dead the fuck on.
That's
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that's
man.
just
I try
crazy.
to stay away. I try to stay away from alcohol, man, because that shit is is in my family and shit. So I done seen what it looked like to really go off the deep end and shit with that. Plus, I'm a generally nice person. I like to be like happy and jovial, but I have noticed as I've gotten older, I'm quicker to get angry if I drink too much. So it's
Me
just not
too.
worth it because I can't go to jail. Yeah, I got too much
Me
shit going
too.
on to go to jail. And
It's not.
another thing, it might not be me. It might be that people are just stupider than what they used to be. So like if I'm drunk and I'm around some real, just the normal people these days, I might snap and just go to jail. Like just being real, man. So I try to avoid it. But that's part of life, man,
So
being
look,
self-aware, like being aware of like surroundings that'll get you in trouble or shit you shouldn't be around. Just being away from it sometimes is better than being strong enough to beat it. Sometimes it's just to just choose not to even associate with it. You know what I mean?
I drink
no,
at the
and
house.
what happens when you get that alcohol in you, man? Because you're a real motherfucker. You're a real dude. You got a good heart. So when you start to see people acting a fool, normally you would just be like, watch them acting a fool. But the more liquor you get into, you all of a sudden you want to be like, yo, motherfucker, you're acting a fool. Like you don't even
Yeah.
realize how confrontational you're being. And in your mind, you're thinking, look, I'm stopping this person that's being a piece of shit. I'm interjecting, I'm helping, I'm being kind hearted by telling this motherfucker what a piece of shit he is. But that alcohol's got you twisted. You don't know what they've been through. And normally, well, maybe he had a bad day.
Yeah, I'm
Let's see
losing
how it
you.
plays out.
I think I lost all of that.
I
I didn't
mean,
hear none of
Yeah,
that.
your connection went out a little bit,
so
John.
what I was saying was like when you tapped out, man, when you're drinking and shit, you're a good heart, you got a good soul, and you see a motherfucker acting like an idiot, right? Normally you would just be like, watch him be an idiot, and unless he does something dangerous, I'm gonna watch him be an idiot, and you recognize an idiot. But once you get a little bit of booze in you, then you look at this motherfucker and you think, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right now. So you look at him like, hey man, why are you being a fucking asshole? In your
But
mind, you're just doing something to stop somebody from being a piece of shit, but you're not thinking about what he went through that day, which you normally would. You normally be like, all right, man, he's acting crazy. I wonder what the fuck he's going through. We got that booze in your head. You just see him acting like an asshole, and you want to
Nah, you
you
know
want
what
to
it is,
bite,
bro?
man. At least I do. That's the way I do.
Nah, I think what it is for me, man, and why I don't really like drink heavily like that, man, is it's not even that I care about the next man. It's just I'm way more quick to just act instead of talk when I'm drinking. Like that's the reality. It's like I'll just slap a motherfucker and we'll figure it
Sure,
out after. And that's not okay. That I can't live like that.
sure,
That's not smart.
sure. I mean, that's ultimately what I would build to, but it would start with that. Instead of me just being like, yo, man, this guy being a dick, like, whatever, dude, this dick, this dick. Eventually, if I was drinking and it would take way less time than it normally would if I was sober, I'd be like, yo, motherfucker, wait, hey, I can't tell you how many times at Champ's bar that I have stood up to motherfuckers and then found out later on I'm squaring off with two Marines. Like this motherfucker put his hand on the back of my neck one night and he was trying to
it was
clown me a
busted.
little bit.
Was about to stuff John's little ass in his pocket.
I was I was pissed. I stood up, man. I stood up and I turned around and I squared off to these dudes and they were they were bigger than Jordan and you, man. These were big dudes. And I bitched them down. I found out later from the bartender when he told me, he was like, you're lucky you made it out of that alive. Those guys are active Marines and they're going back to do another tour of duty in Afghanistan tomorrow. And I would just thought to myself, I was like, John, you do this. This is irrational, ignorant. Look at you. You're
Yeah,
fucking
but one thing
old.
I'll
You're
say is like
tiny. You
one
know
thing
way you take
one thing
motherfuckers
I'll say is
back.
you're definitely
I mean, they would have got hurt for sure, but I
no,
probably would have died.
you're definitely lucky that those people had something to lose and it didn't pop off. They had something to lose. They're upstanding people for the
Because
most
they
part.
would have put your
No,
little ass in a gum pack and
Yeah,
forgot
so
about you.
it's not even worth it to. It's not
I would
even
have been
worth it
done.
to them anymore. It's not even worth the time to really get
Yeah.
that rowdy
I
with
would
it.
have been
Like they got something
done.
to lose.
Done. Done. I would
wish
have
we could
managed
get
to like
Jonesy on the
scratch him
show.
like a kitten before I went down.
But anyway, let's get on to another subject, man. We talking about some real down shit, man.
Yeah,
The
that
Olympics
would. That,
about to
but hey,
happen,
I
man.
know, right?
hey,
Yeah.
conversations like that are needed though, because there's people out there that are struggling. So conversations like that are needed because he could, potentially help somebody that might be in a dark spot right now. So
Hey,
Dude,
I
much
don't,
love,
I,
look,
Jordan.
I don't
if
want to
you
say a down
listen,
subject. It's 140 characters, man. You don't know what the fuck we finna talk about.
that's a
It's the
fact. We
Hey,
don't
look,
have no
it's, hey,
script.
let's
You know what I mean?
represent
Yeah, it's the
140,
podcast
baby.
about
Come on.
everything and nothing. Like if you want humor, you're gonna get that. If you want real shit, you're gonna get that. Uh we bring everything to the table. That's what makes this shit so unique. Like
One thing I'll say, man, if you're really down on your luck right now, man, it's one thing that's happening right now in the world, and it's strange, but it's happening all over. There's a lot of people that may have had a bad run of luck, and they found a lick. Like I'm not saying
if you
lick
down
like
on your luck, get a
they robbed
PPP
somebody or something
loan
like
and
that.
ball
I'm
out till
saying
the feds come.
Yeah, I'm saying a lick like maybe they found something that they're good at, that they found something that they can really make happen and make do. And don't feel discouraged if you're working at a job that you don't really like right now. Like if the pandemic hit and you got stuck working at a job you really don't like, if you Ubering or you door dashing or whatever, it's all good, man. You'll figure it out. Just keep grinding.
Be
Keep
discouraged if you
your
ain't
head up.
got no kids, because these
Hey,
motherfuckers about to get $300 per fucking kid, nigga.
You could have a kid too. I mean, you could go ahead and do that. That might help.
Did you just hear me?
hey, but look,
Even
hey,
though it's what up?
let's not gloss over what he just said. It doesn't matter what job you do. I don't give a fuck how old you are, what your circumstances are. If you
So what if
work
you're
at
the
a
person that
McDonald's
has
and
to
all you
dodge
do,
dicks at a dildo factory? I think that job kind of would suck.
dude, it does not matter what the fuck you do, brother. You go to work, my friend. Look,
That's
I
part
know
of the
that you got big hands.
human
That's
condition,
why
bro.
they
You got to
put
be
you in the
working.
grande section.
But
They were like, "Where do you want to
nobody's
work,
gonna work no
Vente or
more.
grande?" Jordan said, "I want grande."
This nigga's stupid. Yeah. Yeah. So they're about to give out 3,400 for a new stimulus. And then I think starting July 1st, you get $300 per kid in the household. Ain't nobody gonna work no more.
You know, I haven't gotten one stimulus check, period, since this all jumped off.
Now that's
Why?
insane.
That
You
sounds
know
like
why?
your fault,
I'll tell you
man.
why. Hold on a minute. I'll tell you why. The reason why is, JB, how many times I told you I file extensions on my taxes?
The big facts.
I
This
filed my
nigga,
extensions. I filed my extensions after I filed extensions to file another extension. I got taxes that I have filed extensions from 2016, bro. Straight like
Why?
that.
this nigga
So all of
taxes
these
is
stimulus
weave now.
checks,
They ain't extensions. He over here like this with his taxes.
No
no,
shit.
all of these stimulus checks are it's just over there. I don't even need
Hey,
that. If I
man.
owe the government something, just take it out of that. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
ain't gonna
might owe
lie.
that.
I cashed my chump check with pride. I was like, yeah, put that in the
Nah, I'm
account,
good,
please.
bro. I don't need
Yeah.
none of that. They can catch me later, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I don't see how Americans talk down on
Hey,
somebody.
dude, shit. I didn't know
How do you
that
talk
bad baby
down
on here. He just said
for
catch me
accepting
outside, yeah.
a free check? How are people like, well, I don't need that check, and well, give it to
Take it.
somebody. Like
Take
y'all fucking,
it.
you that patriotic where you don't want to take free money that's already getting taxed from you?
Oh
You
no, I'd have
stupid
taken
fuck.
look. I'd have
No, I'm
taken
not
the
talking
money.
about you. I'm talking about these hillbillies that are like, oh, look at everybody taking this Trump handout. You better not nigga. Money is
Look,
money. Y'all too cool for 1,200. I guarantee Bill Gates got a fucking stimulus and he cashed it, and he don't fucking need it.
look. You hit the nail on the head a minute ago. Who is gonna work if they keep giving out money?
Not
That's
so.
the argument people make, bro. That's the only
Not
argument people make. And
dog.
How,
Spot
how
on
many?
with you.
hold on a
Hey,
minute.
Jordan.
I got a real perspective on this. Let me tell you some real actual facts about economies and how things work.
What's up?
Okay,
Money.
Professor.
Have you ever heard of a concept called cash velocity? Do you understand what that means, or have you ever heard that before?
No, I haven't.
What
All
it
right,
do?
so cash or money velocity basically means the rate at which money is transferred from A to B. So I go to the store, I buy some milk, that's money velocity. I put money from A to B, right?
Okay.
At
Mm-hmm.
the time of the lowest or the largest unemployment in the history of America, which was when the pandemic first started, money
Right.
velocity was at an all-time high. So people were still spending money, be it credit or credit cards or
I mean,
money
everybody
of
was
stimulus
online
money.
shopping, and online
People
shopping is
were
quick.
still spending money with nothing coming in. That is a very dangerous recipe.
Facts.
And now we're gonna start seeing the downside of it. Now we're gonna start seeing businesses have to cut back hours and shit like that because they don't have employment. Now, one of the things that's good because of this though is they're gonna start paying more. They're gonna have to because
Yeah.
they have to pay more to be able to hire people. Because people will just say no to $15 an hour if they can get 18 somewhere else. Like it's a competitive market in the workplace or workforce right now. You can get a job 3 years ago was paying $11 an hour. Now is going to be paying 17 because it doesn't matter where you live. They can't find people. People are not working. People are
No,
refusing to go in. Like
My job, they give us a $1,200 bonus at the end of the year. They've now raised it up to $1,800. So they really trying to get people to come up in this motherfucker.
I bet you
And
starting pay rates have gone up too, whether you see it or not, because you're
not
not working
mine.
with new people. Yeah, they may not have reflected that on you, but I guarantee you that starting pay has gone up. Guarantee you.
I do.
They have
I
to
would
pay
It's
more.
I
possible.
would say
Possible.
I would say if you were working before they started to lift stuff and let people come back, that you probably are being paid less than people that were hired in behind you.
Or not less, but you may not have much distance from them. You might have been working a place 5 years, got 10 raises, and you're coming in, you're only a dollar more than the person who just started.
That's why Volvo is on strike
That's
now
brilliant,
for that
dude. That
same
is
shit.
brilliant.
And that's
Vol-
and that's
Volvo's back
that's
on
what
strike for the same shit.
and that's what people don't understand, man. When the economy works like the U.S. economy, where everything is right on time, like when stuff isn't just waiting in a warehouse to come to your house. It's like a streamline from wherever it gets designed and built. Then it goes to a distribution facility. Then it comes to your house. So it's like just in time. It requires point A to be okay for point B to get it, and then point B to get it to be okay to get it to point C. Everything is just in time, and that is fragile. It's also great. It makes prices low. It makes things available, but it's very dangerous at the same time because it's very fragile. When you start to mess up one part of this complex puzzle, it really fucks everything up. It has ripple effects that last 10 years. We just haven't started to see them. I'm telling you, in like 2 or 3 years, things are going to be really strange in the economic sector in America. Like, number one job in America for the last probably 10 years has been the service economy. People working in restaurants, people working in Starbucks, stuff like that. That's been the number one job. And all of those
Chick-fil-A,
places, yeah, and all those places, man,
strip club,
they're decimated. They've been decimated. There's just
prostitution.
there's not a lot of them left, man. And that sucks.
No,
That's
it's
the
because you
reality.
got a bunch of hoes going to OnlyFans trying to sell that motherfucking mechanic body as
Dude,
something worth profit.
and that sucks, man.
Yeah, I said it. Bunch
Nah,
of these
that
bitches
sucks.
is built like a turtle with no shell, asking for
No,
$8.99 a month.
and like that's the definition of just selling your soul, bro. That's the definition of selling soul. In my opinion, bro, I'm wholeheartedly against the OnlyFans. Like,
Why you against it? I'm cool with it. Get your money, but don't act like you
no,
ain't
man.
bottom. It's like y'all
Is
just on
all
the
money
other
good
side of the
money?
street from prostitutes. It's like prostitutes, us, OnlyFans. Like y'all just across the street from each other, but y'all's
Look,
lives run parallel to motherfucker.
JB, is all money good money? We've had this conversation hundreds of times.
The way our economy is going now, nigga, any money is good money. You
Bro,
don't
it's
want to
not.
be a
That's
broke.
not
You
how
don't
I
want to be a
feel,
broke
man.
motherfucker out here.
I don't feel that way, dude. Women are too important to what it means to be like a
Women want
human.
to be men. That's why we
Look,
have this argument now.
Okay, God
okay,
damn
so
it. Why'd you
you
start
didn't
it on this? For real. Like, why? For real. It's fucking irritating. They want to be men, but they want to be treated like women, which makes no goddamn sense to me, dude. None whatsoever. I'm supposed to
Women,
treat you.
look. I'm gonna say this. I'm for this. No man should tell a woman what to do with their bodies. Whatever they want
Yep,
to do with it, that's their choice.
thumbs
But
up.
a woman cannot then turn around and have the power to tell a man what a man is. You
Thumbs up.
can't. You can like I saw this Australian swimmer. She's mad because she posted a picture of her ass, and dudes started commenting saying shit. So she withdrew from the fucking Olympics because of dudes basically sexualizing her. That's what that is human fucking nature. You don't see dogs out here getting humped to death talking about why he's sniffing my asshole. Only our nut asses do stupid shit like that. And really, that's only like a first world problem. Because in third world countries, shit
Timestamp
like
that
that,
comment.
they're worried about real shit. If your only problem is that you posted a picture of your ass and men reacted like men do because that's in our fucking nature, because that's just human fucking nature. It's weird. Don't tell a man how to react when we see something that fucking stimulates us or arouses us.
Brother, look,
Let me.
so
You
I'll
can't
never,
do that.
look, I'll never forget. I was thinking about this the other day at work, and I was wanting to flirt with this girl, and I was like, I can't do it. I'm her manager, yada, yada, yada. And the state of the situation, I can't get myself in trouble. And I thought about this one time when I was another girl's manager. And my manager, he was a piece of shit. He was a little picky pokey, whatever little motherfucker, dude. And he started in on some shit, and I just looked at him. I was like, "Listen up, Glenn." I was like, "If you want to fucking help, why don't you go back there and fucking do the shit you're bitching about? Because I'm up here working right now, and shut the fuck up and get off my goddamn line." And when he walked off, two girls, one of them who said, and I'm quoting this, "Oh my god, dude, John Boy just got my pussy so wet I might need to go to the bathroom." And look, girls like the savagery of a man. I'm a savage. That's what I'm
Girls
supposed
like
to
the
do.
attention of men's because they daddies wasn't there.
Hey, look though, but
That's a
for
good
real,
point.
you're right. But a woman likes a dude that is confident. That's why this little goofy troll has been able to fucking pull out of his league his whole life. Jordan can attest to this too. I can pull some fucking pussy, man.
It
And
is you fucking the pussy. I gives you that. You pull the pussy,
I
but what you
don't
doing with it?
I was married, damn it. I was
Because
married.
All right. So
I've seen. Now you
This
good though,
old this old guy's a bit charming, for
John
real.
do pull, John
I'm
do
a
pull. I'll give him
Gandalf.
that.
so
But yeah,
I think
man.
I think the biggest thing, man. I just want to swing back to the OnlyFans thing, man.
Go
I'm
ahead.
in no way judging anybody. I don't really care what you do as a person. It's your business. It's not my business. But the one thing that happens when you cross certain lines, especially with the internet, is you now label yourself as that, and there's no coming back.
But they don't want that label. I'm not.
I
It's
understand
art.
that.
I'm a
It doesn't
sex worker.
look.
You're a sex worker,
All
like
I'm saying is
porn, because it's
there's
not
no
porn. Porn is very artsy. I'll say.
bro. Look, all I'm saying is there's a big difference between posting a picture that's sexy on your little Instagram or Facebook or whatever and showing your ass for money. There's a big ass difference. Like let's be real. That is real. There's a real difference there.
Yeah.
Making that
That's
decision, you
legit.
have put yourself into a category that one, you have no longer gonna be attractive in the sexual marketplace. Like, and the reality, you're never gonna have a man that's gonna respect you.
Oh
You're
well,
never gonna,
a real
you're
man wouldn't have a problem. That's what these
a
bitches
real
say.
a real man is not going to put up with that stupid bullshit in
Thank
reality. Like
God.
the real reality of the situation, there is no chance in a motherfucking. It could be the end. It could be the end of the world. And if it's me and a bitch that's been on OnlyFans showing her ass her whole life in the last two, the world is over. I'm not having children with you, bitch. I do not respect you. I do
Joe,
not have anything for you.
Joe,
And that's sad to say
Joe,
out loud, but
Joe,
that is reality, bro.
Joe.
You made a
Stop
choice
capping.
about your life. I'm not capping this
Stop
reality,
capping.
bro. It's reality.
Stop capping.
It's reality, bro. You think these chicks are gonna have an ability to get married? You think they're gonna have an ability to
Somebody
have
marry him. Somebody will marry him. Why
and
do you
what
think why do you
hold on a
think
minute. And what will that relationship produce?
money?
No. Hopelessness, probably divorce. Definitely if it produces kids, they're gonna be really
But they'll
fucked up.
still get married. Some
Like,
simp will
bro.
marry these bitches.
And that's the part of the problem. That is part of the
Now
problem,
now
dude.
me
Men
personally,
have to stand up, bro. Men have to stand up and stop putting up with chicks that do stupid shit like that.
most men can't
You have
stand
a
up to
choice
women because
too,
they've
bro.
never had the ability to get women.
It
Hey
doesn't matter.
Jordan,
Well, then you just stop trying. Then you need to stop
But
trying.
that's human nature to want a woman, and a lot of people lust for what they can't have. So
Yeah, but
these dudes
lust,
think if I give this bitch the money, they're under the illusion that they can have the woman just for paying for her.
I think you're missing the longer term view I'm trying to explain to you.
Hey,
They,
Jordan.
most
What up,
women
John?
are,
Jordan, do you have the sound playing out and no headphones on?
No, I just got my headphones on.
Okay. All right.
Wow,
Yeah.
what's going on?
You just went Atari style again.
Fuck. All right, my bad.
hello?
But no, I'm here. How do I sound, Joe? How I sound on your side? Because it might just be
You sound
John's
fine.
phone. We're good.
Like you're talking through that like old timey He-Man playset. Where you have the
So,
speaker and shit.
sometimes that happens. I don't know why.
I think
But
it's on John Boy's end though, because you sound
But
fine on
hold
mine.
on. Let's not yet again gloss over the fact that we're fucking having a TED talk up here and this
That's a
motherfucker
fact.
speaking gospel.
But I think that a lot
There
of
you
times
go.
what you said was
Audio's
right.
good.
Hold on, man. I think a lot of times what you said is right. Like men will simp and just go with this chick because they're ridiculous. Like that is the softest mentality in the world. You are able to do whatever you want in this world. I don't care if you go on OnlyFans and shake your ass for money. I don't care. But what I will say is you can't complain later when no man wants to marry you or no man wants to be with you.
or
And
you can't
you
or
can't
you
go
can't
there, but I
complain.
need a good man. Well, what the fuck? You're not a good woman. Why would
No,
you get a good man? You're not a good woman.
he's speaking facts, and a lot of times it's looked at as a weakness for a man to be not jealous. Like it's looked at as a weakness, while a woman, if she's jealous of her man, is a power. Like I'm taking care of my man. I love my man. But if I'm jealous of somebody else, or my woman doing something, and I'm not giving her a right to do what she wants to do, or I'm looking down on her for being a whore, you're right. You're absolutely fucking
It's
right,
not.
dude.
I wouldn't see it as far as just jealousy. It's just have respect. Like if you're a dude and you're cool with your girl having the OnlyFans, then by all means do it because y'all might have the OnlyFans together.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you're a chick out here who's went through life and you've realized after the 5 or 10 years being on your own that your only talent is to show your pussy and get paid for it, then you're not gonna make it far in life. I'm sorry.
That's terrible to say out loud. It's terrible to verbalize what you just said.
What do you mean?
Because
No,
that's not
I mean,
in my
no,
opinion.
he doesn't mean it like that. Like he means like it is real. Like when
That's
you say it,
real.
that's
Yeah,
exactly what it
You
it's
is.
so
haven't
bad.
garnered any skills, no traits, no education. The only way you know how to get paid is to show pussy.
And,
Yeah, but
and
see, this is part of the problem, man. Why are women focused on getting paid?
Because they want to
because
be equal with
there's a
men because
there's a
No, 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 no,
they
no.
say they
There
don't make
is
as
a
much money as
severe,
men.
I have an answer
there
for
is a
that.
severe imbalance in the world today,
What's wrong
man.
with women wanting to get paid? But
I'm
No,
women
gonna put my
also
hand
complain
in
that
the
they
air.
don't get paid as much as men in the work field. They have found a field that they can capitalize.
listen to what I'm saying here. The most important thing a woman can do, and studies show the thing that makes women happy. Studies show this shit over and over again is having children and taking care of the home. And I
They
know that
don't want to
sounds.
do that
I
no more.
understand that. Why
It's
don't they?
it's chemical.
Why is the
It's a
largest
Because
chemical
percentage of women?
that's an
fucking
old way of
It's
thinking.
not an old
And
way of thinking.
to them,
It's not, well, that's
I'm with it.
what
But
it
to them,
is,
that's
bro.
an old way. That modern women want the respect of men, but also want to still be treated like women, like John said. That's
Well,
real.
when you run into a situation where the only skills you've gained is to shake your ass, no
Look,
man is going to respect you.
look.
You
When
know what
I'm
would
gonna
be
put it
more
like this,
respectable?
when
Clean your
Jay
house
Z
up.
cheated
Learn
on
how to
word,
cook.
Beyonce, when Jay Z
word.
Clean
cheated
your
on
house up.
Beyonce, I hate bringing up pop culture like this. It sounds real TMZ-ish, but when Jay Z cheated on Beyonce, he was ridiculed. He had to go on tour and apologize to all her fans. But when Jada Pinkett cheated on Will Smith, that bitch was applauded. She didn't
Yeah,
have to apologize for shit.
yeah.
She didn't even apologize to Will. She didn't even all the way say she fucking cheated. She called it shit
Hey,
a fucking entanglement.
Oh,
here's
okay,
the,
okay. Do you think that a woman on OnlyFans is happy?
Most
Okay,
of them,
look,
some of them might be, because some of them are whores, and I'm
well,
cool if you a whore, do whore shit. But if you have no skills in life, but you know that pussy's always gonna sell like bottled water, and you're doing it, then those bitches probably feel bad because they're like, damn, I'm 26 now. I pissed off college. I didn't listen to anybody growing up. I don't know how to fucking boil water, but my pussy hole is always gonna sell because somebody's gonna buy it. Those are the
hey,
And do
bitches.
you know what the that
all right.
that
First,
that leads
first of
to a
all, no, hold on.
society that is
First of
broken.
all, oh,
That's a
Captain
broken
Soap.
problem, bro.
Hey, look, Captain Soapbox. Listen,
What?
we hear you. We hear you, and we support you. You're just arguing the same point that we just made. Like for real, it's more of a matter of why people feel that this should be the dynamic. And the scary part is that us, not me, motherfucker, and not you, but these other little fucking soy boys around us
I'm
are
not gonna lie.
falling
I'm gonna
into
go
this
smoke a
shit.
square while John lands because I know his points take 8 minutes. So I'm gonna go smoke a square and I'm gonna be right back.
It
John, keep
does.
speaking, baby.
So look, there's no reason at all, like I spoke before, that we should take away from us as men to better women because they don't want anything other than a guy that can take charge, that can provide, that can protect. It's a natural instinct. You said it. It's a chemical thing. It fucking happens, and you can't argue with that shit. Like you can wake up one day and decide that, I can wake up tomorrow and be like, yeah, I ain't got a fucking penis no more. I got a vagina. That still doesn't change the fact that there's going to be chemical things going on in my goddamn brain that are going to affect the way I feel that way. Maybe I have low testosterone. Who the fuck knows? Maybe I'm just stupid and I made a choice that was a bad idea. I don't fucking know. But the point is science is fucking science. And that's what happens. Just like I said, all I had to do was bark at somebody that was mean to these girls. All I had to do was take up for them, and they were ready to fuck. Period. Right?
And that's like a base level instinct of all people, right? Men and women are
Mhm.
different for different reasons, right? Because over time,
Absolutely.
we had to adapt and overcome the obstacles in front of us, right? So I'm not trying to say that women need to just stay at home, but what I am trying to say, and I hope people understand this, is if you're a woman and you're unhappy, you probably need to focus on more conventional things that women did for hundreds and thousands of years. That will probably make you happy. Don't try to conform yourself to what you think you should be. What you think you should be is not always right.
No.
Just try to
You,
focus on what women normally have done, and that will probably make you happy.
you
Like, I
so
know
look,
it sounds crazy, but
if,
it's probably going to help you in life. Like,
if you
that's
do
my
if
biggest
you
thing.
do the equation, right? You do the equation. A woman, she produces other humans, okay?
That's the
So
most important thing in the world.
she's naturally inclined to be a caregiver, and she is naturally inclined to have motherly instincts. She needs a man to provide that to her. So she is going to seek out a man who, to simplify it, is an alpha male.
But that's not.
Somebody that will protect, will take care of her, and provide. That's why us as little fucking trolls, like I said, are dude. You can bat out of your league. You don't got to be a pretty guy. You just say something and you're confident, and girls fucking love it. There's a reason why they're attracted to that. Whereas us, we are seeking out the most beautiful creature we can find because we want to make the best that we can make. We want the strongest breed. We want something we can be proud of that we want to protect. So we seek that out naturally.
Are we
That's
still
not,
on OnlyFans?
yeah, I've been beaten off a lot in front of gay guys. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I hope this doesn't
No,
ruin.
hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me just wrap this point up. You walked away. He said some great shit while you walked
Yeah.
away.
So
But
I'm
let me
saying, look, so it's a natural instinct for us to seek out the most beautiful thing, the most. That's why we like big hips, like a big butt. That is a sign of a good ability to birth.
So why do
What?
these John Goodman built bitches make money on OnlyFans?
Okay, I'm getting there. God damn it! Oh,
Most of these bitches is shaped like Warren Sapp, bringing in a hell of money.
I think that's the equal, like you're equating money to happiness. And I think that a lot of these people who are
Money,
making these, hold on a minute, you walked away. Hold on. A lot of these people and these women that are on OnlyFans, in their minds, are now equating money to happiness. They have made a choice to now only equate money with happiness. The long-term ramifications of having millions of people jerk off to you is very bad. And
if
I think they have no foresight and no ability to see that.
so
You
you
are
think porn
now
stars
putting
aren't happy?
yourself,
You think
you
bitches
are
that do porn
now,
aren't happy?
hold on a minute. You are now putting yourself in a box that you will never get out of. And the moment you
yeah,
find a good man and want to have a relationship and want to have a family, guess what? You lied to him. You never told him you were on OnlyFans. Then he finds out. Then he leaves your ass. Like
I will
everything's
back
gonna
that.
come to the light, bro. And if we allow women to continue, like I'm not saying allow, if we accept women as a permanent mate that do shit like that, that that's crazy, bro. We are the ones perpetuating this problem in society as a whole. If men are not able to say no, I will not be with you when you've made
Boy,
these kind of crazy choices.
I'm gonna
I
be
mean,
honest with you.
it's
Look,
their fault.
I'm gonna be honest with you. As I've gotten older, I refuse to watch porn, man. It just makes me
Super
sad.
dude.
It's not fun anymore. Like, dude, I can just close my eyes, pinch my nipples, and
As
take
much
care of
porn
it
as
on
I
my
watch,
own.
my phone has AIDS now.
I don't, dude.
Maybe it's because I'm older, bro, and I see the world a little differently, but I refuse to think that it's okay for the society as a whole to allow these types of things to happen, bro, and to encourage it. Women
It's
are the
it's not
most safe
cool.
thing we
It's not
have.
cool.
They make little humans. Women make little humans. Think about that,
It's
bro.
it's not
Think
cool, man. Like it really doesn't. And like I went through this phase where I was like, yeah, I'm not watching like produced porn, because it's a storyline. I want to
Oh, so
watch
you're watching
real.
amateur porn?
I was like, yeah, no, and I thought that was going to be better, but it made me even more sad. Like I was like, dude, okay, watch these old people and yeah, she's kind of good looking. So I was like, all right, well, why don't
all
I'll go to
people.
I'll go
Oh,
to teenage
John's
porn.
old, man. He still watches
Yeah,
Linda Lovelace, nigga.
yeah, I
Debbie
did,
does Dallas.
I
Yeah.
did, yeah.
John watching old porn stars that don't even work no more.
No, they don't. And then I watched the amateur man, and it made me even more kind of sad. I was like, I mean, it gets them off, and I'm happy that they're happy and they're having their sex life or whatever for putting it on film. But it was just like, what am I doing right now? Like, why am I not focusing on another person to be what I want to be? Why am I not focusing on myself to be
Because
something other
John,
than that?
ain't no bitch gonna let you put a Ciroc bottle in her asshole.
Because we
Well,
shouldn't be doing that. Let's be real. Like,
that's exactly.
like
I don't even know how
that's
you went
disgusting,
fucking
bro. Like
Fast
the
and
box
Furious.
is
I quit,
nasty.
but it was terrible.
But hey, man, if you got an OnlyFans, I mean, look, get your paper. I know plenty of chicks with OnlyFans. Um,
How much does that money cost, though? That's all I'm saying.
It depends. I
I
think they
know,
have
I
like
know, I
different
know
like
one, I know
subscription
one bitch.
prices
I
and
used to work
shit.
with her husband, and she bought a brand new truck with OnlyFans money.
You guys didn't even understand what I'm saying. I said, how much does that money cost? Like, how much does it cost to make that money?
It
What does it
costs
cost
your
in your
entire life,
experience? What
Three
does it
pictures of
cost?
your asshole.
your integrity.
It costs
Integrity.
about two assholes and a left tit.
Yeah,
That's
it does
horrible,
as
man.
well.
Horrible. I mean, look, I'm not trying to sound like some old curmudgeon man. I don't care what you do. Do what you want to do. But just understand, you are now putting yourself in a box, and it's a hard box to get out of.
I mean,
Hey
like,
man,
like I said, me
all you are
personally,
really doing
I
is
don't want to
saying some
marry a
shit
chick
people
where
think.
all my groomsmen have naked pictures of you in their phones. They
Thank you.
subscribe to the OnlyFans, but somebody else might want that.
Well, then, you know
There
what?
are cuckolds in the world where dudes like to watch their wife get fucked.
And you know, if you that type, you're the reason why this society is falling apart. Be a man, grow some nuts, stand tall with both feet firm on the ground, and look forward at life as hard as a motherfucker. Just keep on trucking on.
I'm
If
going
you're
behind
going through
you.
it, if
I'm
you can't
backing
get a
you.
woman, if you can't, if your sexual life is in the toilet and no chicks want to talk to you, keep trucking forward, dog. Don't lower whatever the fuck you got going on just to appease bitches. Fuck that, bro.
I'm
Live your
behind
best
you,
life.
man.
We still men at the end of the day. Be a fucking man.
Showing off shots cause they got them. But real gangsta ass don't flex none.
Hey,
Cause real gangsta
I
ass
am gonna do an
know
OnlyFans
they
show
got
though,
them, dude.
but
For
I
real.
don't know if I'll get in trouble if I do an OnlyFans show.
I'm
I
sure they
need
want
to
the
see you
publicity.
pinching your big old fucking black nipples and fucking
No,
doing this shit with your
no. You're
tongue.
missing it. I'm talking about doing it on the podcast. I want to get like 3 or 4 OnlyFans bitches, let them, get their shit off, and then people donate to the show, and then we split the proceeds. Is that pimping?
That
Yeah,
sounds
let me
great.
talk to one of
I
them.
love it.
Is that pimping though? I don't want to catch a serious Jones
Hey,
charge.
no, that's being a man that's helping people get exposure for what they want to do
It's not. It's
and
not pimping.
facilitating an ability, dude.
If I'm like, look, this bitch is gonna offer exclusive content to the highest bidder,
Here's my
is that
question.
is that pimping?
That
Here's
is
my
Because
pimping. You
question.
take a cut.
if not, I'm gonna do this shit next week.
Do
You
we
take a
get
cut. That's
the
pimping.
ability? Are we allowed to be completely frank and honest while everything's going on?
It's 140 characters, nigga. When can you not be frank and
I heard
honest?
you. What'd you say? 140. Get it? 140, bitch.
When have you ever heard us bite our tongue on anything on this show?
Never. I'm
It's
for
like,
it, bro. Let's
nigga,
eat
I'm gonna
it.
say what I want to say. Hey,
Let's
bitch, if
eat
you
it.
got an OnlyFans, you might as well go sell some pussy for real.
Okay, let's do it. Come on.
That's the way I see it.
If you motherfuckers are down, I'm down. Sounds like a fun party to
But
me.
bitches have found a way. Me and Keith was talking about this probably like a month or two ago. But bitches have found a way to capitalize what they really want in this world: attention. Now they get money and attention. What do women want more in this world than anything? Attention. They found a way to make money off of it. Yeah, they got to show their naked bodies, but guess what? They don't have to add to their body count. They just get to be naked. It's artsy. It's all this other shit. It's feminist. All this other nut shit that they got to tell themselves to convince themselves to
Well,
sell
and
pussy pics.
that just goes to show, and to quote late great, rip to the sky, Patrice O'Neill.
Oh, Daryl Dean wants to join next time. Daryl, next time you want to join, or
We
you
can
can
join
even
right
join now.
now.
Yeah,
You
come
can join
on,
right
man.
now. Really,
Yeah, pull in.
I can send you the link right now just to join in. It's very simple. You just jump on the StreamYard, create a quick account. Takes like a minute or two. You can jump right in with us, man.
You don't even need to create an account. It's through your YouTube. If you
Yeah,
got
I
a
think you
YouTube
can just
account,
jump in. Yeah.
you got a YouTube account, it's right there. But look, I'll say
Yeah,
this,
I'm
man.
gonna send you the
I
link right now,
want
man.
to
You
I
can jump
want to
in.
just recap my point
Whoa, wrong one.
so people don't think I'm crazy. I'm just saying all money is not good money. If you go on here and shake your ass for money, you are making a decision. So you
Follow
have
that
to
one,
deal
Daryl.
with those ramifications, bro. Little sis, you got to deal with what comes with that. All money is not good money. There are things that come with that. And don't get mad at society when we look at you twisted, because that's what comes with that. I'm sorry. That's what comes with it. You get looked at sideways.
How do you look at strippers, Joe? How do you look at strippers?
Sideways. What you mean? If you are stripping, shaking your ass, I look at you sideways. You are not a woman. You have decided not to be
So
that.
you gonna look at them strippers that be in Atlanta making 250,000, maybe sometimes in
I'm
a year.
good.
You gonna look at
Have
them
fun.
sideways?
If
Hey,
that's what
dude,
you
good
want to
for
do,
them.
I'm
Yeah.
good on that.
Okay,
Have fun.
okay.
Do you?
Say a
Hey,
woman
look,
just say a woman just strips for
I'm backing
4 years,
this. I'm
makes
backing
the
this
money,
like
and
for
then helps
real.
you build your brand. you're gonna speak out against that woman?
No, that's not what he's saying at all.
I'm not saying I'm speaking
He's
out
not
against
saying
anybody.
that at all.
Do what you want to do.
What he's saying is like, look, you go, you get your money, you do you, but I don't want no part of this shit, and you have to deal with the repercussions of what you've done and how people are going to look at
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
Now say
You
if I
can't
look, say
complain.
if I
You
met a
can't
girl that was a
complain because
stripper,
society is calling you a whore when you acting like one. I'm
so
I
sorry.
give you that. I give
say
you that.
say what
That's the
say
realest
if I
thing
Uh
to
met a
say.
girl that was
Hey, hold on,
OnlyFans, right?
Let me pause everybody.
Word.
Welcome to the show. First time calling one of the new characters. He's bringing the character number up. Y'all give it up for my man's Double D.
Salute.
Oh,
What's good,
What
Daryl?
it do,
double gun.
boy?
What's good, fellas? What's
Bang
good,
bang,
fellas?
baby, bang bang.
Hey, welcome to the show, man. 140 characters was popping.
Nothing much. I figured I had to join. Me and old Joe had a conversation after y'all's last show.
Word.
I hit him up. We had a little conversation. So I was like, next time I got to get on with you cats.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Hell
definitely.
yeah. Welcome to the show, cuz.
What's up, baby?
Nothing much, man. Y'all doing all right?
Yeah, we chilling, man.
Yeah.
You see,
So let me
we
ask Daryl a question. If you don't mind.
Ah,
Daryl,
shit. Here we go.
so here we go.
Uh-huh.
Here's the question.
Round table, baby. Round table.
Yeah, so Daryl, do you look at some well, hold on, let me phrase it right. Do you think a chick is I don't even know how to phrase it. All right. Do you look at a chick different that's on OnlyFans?
I mean, the way I look at it, it's hard for me to say that if I wasn't married and I was looking for a chick, it'd be hard for me to say that I would get with a chick that does something like that. The same way that most men would probably feel about, a stripper, for an example.
Okay. Now another question just to lead on to that. In that situation, do you think it's okay for the chick to say, why y'all look
oh, Joe, your connection went out.
You breaking up.
But I know what you were trying to say.
Ah,
What Joe's trying to ask, do you think it's okay for a chick to not like the whore title or the hoe title be thrown on her just because she's doing that shit?
I don't. I mean, I think it's one of those things that you're going to have to deal with as a woman if you decide to do those things. I mean, it's coming with the territory.
absolutely.
Got
Is
So
my
I
audio
mean,
okay?
got
I think
good
it's the
now, you
same
good now.
thing as a guy. Like, I don't know, it's a double standard. Like, you could, for an example, you can have a chick go out here and she can fuck a bunch of dudes and she's called a hoe, but you have a dude go out there and he's a player. Like, there's double standards of shit. But at the end of the day, like, a bunch of women could call a dude that sleeps around a hoe. Like,
Yeah.
if you that dude
And
that's
I'm be
going out
like,
there and
yeah,
smashing everything,
I'm
then
whorish.
Well, no, I'm okay. I think Daryl, I'm okay with calling a dude a whore who acts like that. I'm okay with that. That's what society will call you. You're acting
But
stupid.
dudes aren't gonna get mad. We
We're
put
not
this
gonna get mad. Yeah. Go
we
ahead.
no,
put
Please.
this
guys embrace that
stigmatism
shit.
on women
So
where you shouldn't fuck a lot of people. But if you want to get your fuck on, get your fuck on.
Hey
And it's
man,
not a double
me
standard.
being
You
a
hit the nail
whore
on
is
the
a
head.
secret.
Guys
Good.
You just gotta take the territory with it. No dude's
exactly.
gonna
We can
marry a
accept it if we
whore,
act like that.
but it's okay to be a whore.
Yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's like this. Like, the way me and the wife have this conversation all the time. Like, if you don't want to be with somebody and be tied down and you just want to fuck, then go do that.
Yeah. Do you?
Be safe, but do you. Like, we talk about it all the time. Like, we tell each other, because like it's good to have that conversation. Like, I tell her, look, if anything ever happens, like, Lord, heaven forbid that I pass away, like, you go do you. Like, whatever. Like, and she said the same thing to me. Like, if we didn't work out or something happened or whatever, I was like, I would never get married again. I would just smash and I would be straight up.
Word.
No beating around the bush.
Hey, he real with that one, yo. I mean,
But here's another question to any to any real person that has, like, say you have a daughter, right? The mom and the dad there's no way they would be okay or on board with that. I don't give a damn how much money you bring in. And the show, you just
yo,
don't want your daughter to be
yo,
on OnlyFans, bro.
how dare you say this? Like we didn't do a podcast where they let a little boy dance on top of a bar in a gay club with a wig, where there was a mother and father present.
That's crazy.
Hey, dude,
I don't know.
there's a huge story about that. I just watched it, like one of those like weird that chapter or something where they talked about fucked up shit. But yeah, I just watched that like a week ago. That's fucked up, dude.
I don't
that's
know.
crazy.
Like,
I don't know.
like
That's
I think
crazy.
me and Joe had this conversation last week, about a week and a half ago. Like, I feel at the end of the day, if you're doing what you should do as a parent, you don't have to worry about your daughter being
Absolutely.
on OnlyFans, because you're going to instill in them what they need to do as they get older. Stay in
Well,
school, make something of your life, travel the world. Like, if
Gospel.
you instill good morals in them, you don't have to worry about that. Now, at the end of the day, you do what you do as a parent, and then when they become an adult, that's on them. So
yeah, all you can
all
do is
you can
shoot the
do is,
arrow. All you can do is
yeah,
shoot.
all you can
Yeah.
do is guide them when you got them, and hope that they make the right decisions. At the end of the day, if your daughter decides to go on OnlyFans and she's a grown ass woman, that's on her at that point. I mean, you can tell her, hey, you need to chill out, but ultimately they're going to do what they want to do.
And what's the reason you would tell her to chill out? Just because of what society will say about you. Just
I mean,
because
it
of
hasn't
what
changed. It
those
hasn't changed.
decisions you make
Society is going to say
matter,
what they
bro.
want to say. They're going to label you what they want to label you, whether
Absolutely.
you like it or not. You got to, and honestly, when it comes to the women doing stuff like that, they have to have thick skin. If you're going to do it, you got to have thick skin.
Yeah.
You got to let that shit bounce off of you. Like,
Or
So
don't do it. You can't have
let
it
me
both ways. You
let me be
cannot have it both
diplomatic
ways.
here. I'm
here's
gonna
the point we
be.
haven't addressed. Here's the point we haven't addressed.
What's up, John?
What about the girls that like that title? Because
Well, good for
that's
them.
my type of
Good for
shit.
them. They're whores. They
That's my
always gonna be
type of
whores.
shit. I like
It,
a girl that
it,
likes to be cum dumb.
if you want to know
You
how
know?
I feel about that, refer to my podcast titled Low Cost Foreigns, where I break down the whole phase of women's life. You will see where these bitches fall in the pecking order. Low Cost Foreigns was very controversial. I think I lost some women followers. I haven't seen them since. I'm cool with it. But if you want to know
And
how I
look,
feel about that, go watch that episode. But here's
I
my
think
thing.
you
I'm
do.
gonna put it like this because it's not fair to women. Joe, if you were a woman, would you have an OnlyFans?
No, I don't think so.
Daryl, how about you? John Boy, would you have an OnlyFans?
Fuck yeah, I'd have 2 fingers in my butt and one in my pussy.
Goddamn right. I'm putting the remote in my asshole
I'd
and
be making
changing
some
channels.
cash.
People are
I would get
Wow.
this, dude. I'd
people,
have a tranny on the backside
people
and a dude
pay
on the
for
front.
that shit.
Dude, trust me. The first
Yeah,
time
but
I ever
all money
imagined
ain't
having
good
a pussy,
money.
I
How
was
many
like, I'm
times
gonna
I
put
gotta tell
everything
you?
I can in this
All money ain't
motherfucker.
good money, but I've never seen anybody frowning on a jet ski, my nigga. So
Now,
I don't give a fuck. I
That's a
don't.
good point, but
hey,
that's
we're
not a good
making
life.
some valid points here, but ultimately, that's what it comes down to. Is like, if you don't give a fuck, then you do you. That's all I'm saying. I don't agree with it. Like,
But
if you're
don't
worried
fucking
about the
too much
repercussion,
and
then
say that you can't get a good man and all this extra shit. I don't want to hear none of that when you out here shaking your ass for money, bro. I don't
If I was a
want
woman,
to
I'd be a whore.
mm-hmm.
Because I see a lot of these whores making money. Right
I
now,
mean,
look what I have to do to make money. I have to go to work. I have to try to build a brand, work on the podcast. I'm about to start doing this stand-up. A bitch can make everything that I make in a month by one asshole picture, nigga.
Hey,
Why
dude,
the fuck would I not do that as a woman?
if
I
they
mean,
were
you
to, if
know,
they were to
huh?
offer me
Nigga.
$1,000 right now, and I was a woman, I would let all 3 of you just ravage the shit out of me, and I would wink and walk
John,
away.
I'm gonna pull
That's
my
you,
around the John, I'm gonna pull my around the horror card on this.
you.
You're muted for a second.
Lord,
Too
Lord,
That
many
Lord.
nigga
bands, bro.
now
Too many bands.
John, don't say nothing. You're muted. Now I'm gonna put it like this. This is my only real issue with OnlyFans. What are you gonna
You
do
got
if
to
you
stand in
have
the corner
kids
after that one.
and
Too
your
many
kids get?
bands, bro. Too many bands.
Imagine you have an OnlyFans and your son or daughter is going into middle school, and one of them badass middle school kids is going around showing pictures of you, this chick's mom or this dude's mom to everybody in the school. How do you
These are
explain that?
ramifications. These are ramifications you have to deal with when you make bad decisions.
Like,
You make bad decisions, you have to deal with
let me
it.
unmute John. I feel fucked up. Just John, don't ever say no shit like that again.
Oh, Lord.
Now,
Dude, I'm
do you
sorry,
think
man.
they're thinking that
When or
far
when I
ahead?
not make a real joke, dude? I got to make jokes.
Well,
You think
people
that
need to start thinking that far ahead, bro. Because if not, you're gonna be on tape and your son gonna see you give a head to somebody else.
What is it? Monetary gain? People got bills to pay now, dog. They ain't thinking that far ahead.
Well, I mean, you also got to think about like people that like have that's done that stuff, and they were just in whatever state of mind they were in. They were in a bind, whatever the case may be. But like Joe said, you got to think of the ramifications of it. You do it because you're in a bond. People do a lot of crazy stuff when they're in a bond and whatnot. But then think about when you get successful. That shit can come back on you. There's been many of people that have lost their jobs, at professional jobs, because this shit comes and airs its head like 10, 15 years down the line. And it's like, that shit was behind me. Like, but it stays with you. I mean,
yeah.
That's one thing about the internet that people forget. This shit follows you. No matter what you do.
Everything follows you though, man. Like for real, everything follows you, and it's your ability to accept it and project it back on the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, let's put it in this terms. Like you've got glasses, right? You've been called Four Eyes your whole life, and you're tired of being called Four Eyes. So you just suddenly decide, hey, I'm Four Eyes Johnny. That takes away everybody else's power. So if you own something, you have the ability to take away the power of somebody else to look down on you upon it.
A bitch owning up to calling herself a whore ain't gonna stop me from calling her a whore.
Hey, okay, so look, you made a really good point.
I'm saying,
dude,
bitch, you call yourself a whore too? That's what I was gonna call you. That's my nickname for you, bitch. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it sounds fucked up. I know it sounds fucked up, but fuck it.
My whole point in this whole situation is, man, like Daryl said, they gotta have some foresight, man. You gotta understand the shit is hard out here, and the decisions you make, you gotta live with it.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be harder later. It might be fast money, but like I said, all money is not good money.
I know chicks right now that I've smashed her OnlyFans, and bitch, that pussy was terrible in real life, so I can only imagine it on camera. But you make your $24.83 a month, bitch, if you want to. I give no.
Got 3 subscribers. They're sharing the damn gold coin.
Yo, bitches with free subscriber pages is like Sam's Club. Like, y'all stupid. A nigga could see the side of a nipple and make the whole nipple and get his nut, and then he ain't spending no money. So why do it for free? Like, why do it for free? Like, nigga, I was at Sam's Club one day back in the day. I went to the meatball, like free sample shit 6 times. The bitch told me, dude, that's enough. Like, bitch, I'm hungry. I'm 12 years old. I ain't finna spend no money in here. Let me eat these fucking free meatballs, bitch.
Right.
That's what these free OnlyFans do. As soon as a nigga get his nut, nigga, bitch, that car. Watch this. This is what it be like. A nigga be beating off. He got his debit card in hand like this. As soon as that nut comes, you know what? Let me go see what's on Sports Center.
Oh my
That's why pimps are necessary in the world. What we're seeing is bitches try to pimp themselves out, and they really selling themselves short. If you giving away free samples, bitch, you'll never make no money. A pimp be like, bitch, no, you got to at least charge 99 cents, even though it's free. Like, you got to get something.
I will never be able to jack off again without thinking about Sam's Wholesale Club.
Yo, I'm just mute him again. Hey, next week I'm gonna try to do the OnlyFans show.
They got when they come out.
If you watch the show and you got an OnlyFans you want to promote, because I have your market. A bunch of dudes watch this show. I got the numbers to prove that. I got your market to a whole new area. You come promote on this show. I mean, most y'all bitches only know niggas that live in the mountains, but I've traveled.
They don't want to talk to me though. I'm gonna talk to them like I'm their dad. They don't want to hear from me.
I'm gonna talk to them nice. I ain't gonna call them I ain't gonna call them hoes or bitches.
No, I'm gonna call them a woman. And what is that? What a woman does? Do grown women shake their ass for money? No.
In 2021, they do.
Act like a woman.
In 2021, they do.
Hey, let's do that for real. Hey, for real, George. See if we can't get some people to come on that are OnlyFans, so we can just ask them.
I'm gonna
like
get some
their
bitches.
opinion.
I don't want to
That'd
talk.
be beautiful, man. And we'll talk in a good manner. We'll
I'm
be
like,
nice.
so is that pussy still trash like it was in 2013?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna dress up like Al Roker and shit, get real, professional.
How you figure
What's going
out,
on
bro?
in your neck of the woods?
So, bitches.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey, let's switch the topic, man. We can talk about OnlyFans for an hour and a half, dog.
yeah, I'm geeking.
Let's
All right,
switch the topic.
all right. What you want to talk about, Joe? Hey,
Buddy,
matter
let
of
me
fact,
start,
hold up.
man.
Let me get this off, and then we're gonna go into the last part. We're gonna talk about what the show was meant for. Hey, thank you for everybody that's been tuning in every week, who's subscribed, who's followed, who's like. Y'all don't understand how appreciated you are. I'm very
And come talk
humble.
some shit with us. Come hop in the
I'm very
stream.
humble by the messages I've been getting, the comments, the views, everything. I'm very humble by it. Thank you. 140 characters. This is the halfway mark of the year. When I wanted to bring this shit back up, I didn't know what was going to happen. And so far, it's been rocking. And we're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep giving y'all shit. Thank you to everybody out there fucking with us. I just had to get that off real quick because I've been getting a lot of love recently. So I just wanted to show the love back. 140 characters in these streets, nigga. And we're going to get back to the show. But much love to all the fans, all the supporters. I mean that truly. I'm humbled by all this love, baby. Now, Joe, let's get into this last part. And then we're going to wrap up the show. Now, we're going to talk about what Joe, I'm going to let you say your piece because you know what they were trying to say in Florida. I might have took it the wrong way, but we're going to talk about it.
All right, so I wanted to talk about the Olympics, but my man Jordan brought me an article before I hopped on, and it was about changes to the way that critical race theory is taught in schools in Florida.
Oh yeah,
We
Dante,
went
you can
from,
promote on here.
angry fans, or excuse me, angry fan, only fans to critical race theory. I don't know how we got this much reach in the world, but uh, so some legislation was passed in Florida or whatever, banning critical race theory being taught to students in school. And a lot of people are thinking that this is like against black people, or it's like trying not to teach children that racism exists. And I personally, it's definitely not that. I think that the whole idea of critical race theory being taught to K through 12 is just a way to kind of split us up even more, divide us up even more. So kids are scared to be friends, and half the population thinks that they're a victim, and the other half the population thinks that they're the oppressor. And that's, in my opinion, just another way to split us all up. So I can agree with them banning critical race theory being taught in school. That's just my opinion. I don't know if y'all believe me or ride with me or not. It's whatever. That's just my opinion.
I'm gonna let everybody else answer. I'm gonna go. Daryl, you want to chime in on what Joe said?
Yeah, I have to go last. Being the only white guy, I gotta go last.
Well, yeah, you are gonna go last. You're the only white guy. This is a critical race theory role reversal, motherfucker. Daryl, you want to say something?
All right, come on, let's go. Let's hear you, baby.
I don't know, just a simple of it. I mean, if we look at what's being taught, I mean, to me, it's just a further way to separate and divide. That's the simple of it for me.
Right,
Oh, that was sweet.
John Boy.
So, to me, it's there's a hate and anger that's in place for no reason, and a juxtaposition between the derelict and horrible positions that minorities are put in and where we are. And there's this whole white privilege thing, this Black Lives Matter. I don't know where the divide comes in, and I can't place my finger on it, just being as weird as I am and wanting to just fit in and love people that I love. But it is definitely a real issue for sure.
All right, Jordan, with your nigga answer, certainly, Jordan, I got you. Now, I'm not with it. Not because if you want to eliminate that and try to say blacks are equal as whites, which really, if you want to look at the numbers, we kind of, lapping y'all. But
Wait a minute.
Hold up, hold up.
Yeah, where are you going?
Why can't I get off? Why can't I go off? Ain't nobody else get interrupted. Let
All
me go
right, yeah,
off.
everybody be quiet. He's
Let me
right.
land. Let
Everybody
me
be
land.
quiet.
Let
He's
me
right.
land. If you want to teach a non-separation and that the little black kids and little white kids are equal, I feel that you're really going to be teaching these little black kids that they're better than the old way thinking of niggas, which leads them to think that more of white than what they really are. That's how I feel. If you tell little black kids that, hey, you're equal now, that opens the door to saying, since you're equal now, we don't have to teach you about all these people that fought for you to be where you're at right now. We don't have to teach you about Malcolm X. We don't need to tell you about Martin Luther King. We don't need to tell you about Rosa Parks. We don't need to tell you about W.D. Du Bois. We don't need to tell you about none of these people because you're equal now. So let's tell you about the equal people now. Let's start with Obama, who really didn't do shit for niggas. But hey, that's equal because he became president. So now y'all niggas can do anything. I think it's detrimental.
Okay,
Personally.
let me just respond to that. So I think that we have a disconnect on what the critical race theory it actually is. So if you look at this is a new concept, first of all. What the whole curriculum is trying to explain or trying to teach to children is that inherently in the society that we live in, black people essentially are oppressed by white people. Not about history. I'm 100% on board with teaching people about the historical figures of the world. Malcolm X is a historical figure of the world. You could teach a whole class.
Joe, hold up. I don't want to cut you off. It's just your sound. You might have to leave and come back. I don't mean to cut you off.
Can I
Joe.
come right back?
Yeah, leave, come right back. I'm gonna let you land. Just leave, come right back. Just leave, come right back. I feel what he's saying.
That was some gospel though, man. He was saying some good shit.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna let him come back. I'm not even going to retort. I want him. I want
Yeah,
him to
let's
land.
wait. Let's wait because I got one afterwards too.
All right, Joe, say something.
All right, can you hear me better?
Much better. Okay,
Absolutely.
All right,
Go ahead.
so I was saying about historical figures, like history is super important. I don't think that we should not teach about historical figures, but you know, I don't think it's okay that we teach students that inherently in the system of America, which is the most equal system for a minority and majority population in the entire world, that this system that was created to make us the most equal system in the entire world is inherently biased or racist against black people. I don't think that that's a good thing to teach kindergartners through 12th graders. Why? Because if you want a situation to change, why are we continuing to say this over and over again that it is inherently broken, inherently racist, inherently
because that's
the
harsh
people who are
America,
but wait a minute. The people who are going to take over next don't think like that. So why even bring that into the conversation?
the people who are going to take over next
No,
are
let him
children
finish.
of
Let him finish. Be quiet.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
People
Be
got them
quiet until he's done because
But
he's making
my
points.
biggest point is we're introducing concepts that are foreign to children that are not good concepts. These are not good concepts. The fact that things have happened in the United States history that are systemically racist, that have been corrected now, because you can't, redlining doesn't happen anymore. You can live wherever you want to live. You can move anywhere you want to move. Like things that did happen that were systemically racist, for the most part, we have done everything we can in America to try to get rid of those. So the fact that we're teaching kindergartners through 12th graders that the system is inherently racist and black people are oppressed and white people are the oppressor is not a good idea. I just don't think it's a good idea to teach that. Obviously, we should teach history and we should make sure kids know who Martin Luther King is, who Malcolm X is, and not just those two people. There are hundreds of people over history that have done great things for the minority community in societies. And you talk things like, you know, look at in Africa, hundreds of kings that never get taught in American schools that we should probably talk about. I mean, but that doesn't mean that we should just focus on the major negatives that have happened in American history. Obviously, we need to have historical context when we talk about things like slavery, because for hundreds of thousands of years, slaves existed. Like, let's not be, it's not just an American problem.
I got to piss.
Slaves, Greeks
Keep
had
talking. I got to piss. Holy shit.
even in Africa there was slaves. So like I just feel like we need to address problems and see things in America as Americans, not as black people, as white people. We're all American people. We should work together to try to make things better and not just say that inherently our system is broken and racist. That's not the right answer, in my opinion.
All right. Well, let's go. Next one up. Jordan's not here. Get it.
I went on my soapbox. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're good, dude. It was beautiful. That's why I wanted to hear what you had to say. But you spoke truth for sure, gospel. All right, man. What's your opinion, bro?
I just think that it's just a way, based on what Joe was saying. I just think it's a way for things to continue. It's kind of a way to keep people in a mindset. And it's like you said, if we have the younger kids, like our kids are going to be the ones that grow up later on. By putting them in that mindset, is going to continue to have them think a certain way. Like, I don't know.
And you know,
right.
like
Jordan, you
that's
want
my
to go before me?
Yeah,
that's my
I'm
biggest
not
fear.
with it because when we wanted to bring down the statues, what were these hillbillies saying? When you get rid of history, it's doomed to repeat itself. So if you try to change history and try to not tell people about it,
I'm not saying
I feel like it'll happen again.
I think we're having
I
two
put it like
different
this:
conversations.
it's a different state, but you already have states like Texas who are trying to rewrite uh, about slavery, trying to say that these people came over here willingly and were happy to work. You have shit like that happening.
I think we're having two different conversations here, man.
Okay, go
Let
ahead.
me
Clarify.
Let me finish.
Well, no,
I'm
let
just
him
saying.
clarify so he knows
You're
what
saying
you're
these
talking
kids.
about. Clarify what you're talking about, Joe.
All right,
Yeah, I think we're having two different conversations because I'm not saying that we shouldn't teach history. I'm not saying that at all.
You're saying that we shouldn't teach history. I'm saying history is being rewritten. So if we're going to
No,
teach
I don't
these
think.
kids history,
I think history is being rewritten if you move to a new way of teaching with this critical race theory. Like that's rewriting history. Like let's be real. We need to look at history and see what happened. History is not what's happening right now.
Right.
And
He knows
but
what
these are
you're talking
residual
about. He
effects.
knows what you're
These
talking
are
about, so let
residual
him
effects of
rebuttal.
history. What's happening right now?
Yeah, but it's not a direct result of history.
Let him rebuttal. Go ahead, Jordan.
I mean, John, I wasn't really ready. We just conversating.
Yeah,
no, it's fine. I'm just saying,
I'm
like,
letting him
I
talk.
like
I
the
talk.
round
You talk.
table.
I talk.
I'll shut up. I just wanted to hear what you had to say.
I'm just saying it's really hard to try to teach little black kids that they're equal to white kids when they got to see what's really going on out here.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying with critical race here. I'm not saying that at all. What critical race, I think you just maybe are lacking what that actually is, or you maybe aren't understanding what they're trying to teach in school. What they are trying to teach
Explain this
is
to me.
that
I'm listening.
what they're trying to teach is that the system is inherently racist right now, and that because you were born and look black, you are going to have a harder life. Be it as it may, true or not, right? If you want that to continue to happen, teach that to 8-year-olds. Is if you want that to continue to happen, let's teach that to 8-year-olds. Let's teach that to 7-year-olds. That's how it is, and that's how it's going to be. That's a terrible way to develop the youth.
I mean, it's still happening. Yeah, I mean, it starts in
I
Florida,
understand that,
maybe.
but that's for adults to fix, not children.
But what it also going to fix it when you have career politicians, you have nepotism where somebody has a way of thinking, they just bring their kid in after them. They bring their kid in after them. They keep teaching that shit down.
Yeah, but that's what they're trying to do.
Really,
that what you just explained is what they're trying to do with this concept.
It's still going to be the same people with the same way of thinking that are controlling the laws, just with a different fucking person. It's going to be my grandpa, then it was my dad, then it was me. But they all three have the same line of thinking.
So you think it's okay to tell an 8-year-old that they're inherently oppressed or that they're inherently a bad person because of what their skin color is?
That's how America sees you. You need to know these things.
Yeah. Well, you know what else you need to know when you're 8 years old? How to do math. That's more important, in my opinion.
No, what's more important is to know
that
if your 8-year-old ass is outside with a BB gun, you're more likely to get shot by these white ass cops.
And that's a problem
than
that
than
we as
your white
adults.
classmate.
I honestly think just you're tearing what you feel about down more than you're empowering it, Jordan.
I don't need
Because
to empower the
well,
shit. This shit
no,
still happens.
hold on,
Look how long this shit has been going on and ain't nothing
No,
changed.
but
You
dude,
think a law is gonna fucking
we're
change that?
teaching hate? That's what we're talking about. Is why do we keep teaching hate? Because I
Because black
wasn't
people need
grown
to
up
be
to feel
taught
that way.
how black people need to be taught how we're actually looked at in this country and not through these fucking goggles of a law being passed. A
Dude,
lot
you're
of
one
shit
of
has been
my
passed
best
that ain't helped
fucking
us.
friends. What are you
A,
talking
a
about?
law could get passed tomorrow saying all black people are friendly, and still people will look at us as a fucking threat.
They don't give a shit. We're not
Exactly.
just
So it
friends,
don't matter.
motherfucker.
We need to be taught, hey, you need to move around these people this way. You need to do this that way.
You're
No,
not.
no,
Fucking law.
You're not
Okay,
no,
cool.
hearing.
Here we
You're
go.
not hearing
no,
what's being said.
no. Because then it will continue to happen.
It
Why
will.
should you be taught to be quiet or taught to act a certain way? No, no,
I think we
There's
should be
no
left the fuck
reason.
alone.
no, no. When you're 8 years old, you know what you need to be taught? How to read, how to write, how to do math, not about social problems in the United
I'm
States.
gonna tell you the biggest. I'm gonna tell you
So,
why we're even
If
having
we
this
want to make
conversation.
this
The
shit,
only reason we're having this conversation is because schools were integrated.
all right,
which is a great
That's the only.
thing.
No, for how? How is
listen
school
up.
integration
Okay,
a great thing when I've learned more about Christopher fucking Columbus than Malcolm X? But
Listen
Christopher
okay.
up,
Columbus
So then,
did
Malcolm
worse
X.
so
shit
you
than
think
Malcolm
you
You
X.
think
need to
so
chill,
you
man.
think. Hold on a minute. So you think that black kids should go to a different school than white kids?
We would have learned more about ourselves than these white motherfuckers.
What the
Well,
fuck
that's
do you have
look,
to
that's
learn? We're all
crazy.
people.
So
Hold
If
what's
on,
we're
wrong with that?
supposed to
What's
be
wrong with saying that?
equal,
bro. If you
I
want
didn't say the
to
education shouldn't be equal. I'm
I
saying when I
know.
grew up in
Dude,
these
if
fucking
we're
hills,
supposed to
I
be
learned less
equal,
about
if we're
my
supposed to be
heroes.
equal, Jordan, you can't elevate yourself
If it's
above
equal,
somebody
then why
else.
for 14
It's
years
all
I
about
learned about
acceptance,
all white
dude.
people for free, but I gotta pay a college 4 years to go to
I
school
get it,
to
but it
learn about
ain't
my
my.
people.
Look, I get it, but it ain't my fucking fault. I accept you
No,
and I
no, you're
love
missing
you.
what I'm saying.
Why
You're
is
missing
it
what I'm
not
saying.
that simple, man? That's what
From
we need to
kindergarten,
do.
from
We need to
kindergarten,
de-escalate this shit to the point where we're acceptance and
from
we love each other
kindergarten, from
beyond anything else,
kindergarten,
man.
from kindergarten to my senior year. I learned about nothing but these white heroes. White people did this. White people
I
did
get
that.
it, and they lied
If
to
you
me
want to learn,
too,
for
Jordan.
black people in America to want to learn more about themselves,
Hey, they
you
lied to
have to
me
go to
too,
an
dude.
institution for 4 years and pay
What don't
money
you
to
what
garner
do
that
you not
education.
get about me telling you that they lied to me as well? Everything was a
I'm
lie.
not lying about that
Here's
though.
the ultimate thing, and this is what was trying to be conveyed to you right now, is that to continue on with this war does nothing to make us be more peaceful because it's
No.
just a continuation of a war.
Listen.
Think about it, brother.
I know me and poor whites have a lot in common, but the people up top,
No, stop. Look at
the
you. There
white,
you go again.
stop it,
You're a
stop it,
combative piece of shit.
stop
Stop
it,
being a
hit
combative
the
piece
mute
of shit.
button. You can hit the mute button.
I
If
can't.
you need to hit
That's
the
I'm not
mute
gonna
fine,
be.
button.
but
And
I'm
stop
still
doing
going
that.
to tell you you're being a combative piece of shit because I love you
I'm
and
not
I'm
being.
honest and I want you to
Listen to me, John.
understand
Listen to
that
me,
you
John.
have an unhanging anger
Mute
you
button.
can't do anything with right now, and
John,
it's
Your show, bro.
directed in the wrong.
Adam, I love you, John. John, this is what I'm saying. I know that me and these white people that I go to work with every day have the same thing in common. Let me bring Daryl back. I know me and these white people that I go to work with every day have the same thing in common. But the same people that pass this vote are the same people that are causing the division. It's not
Okay,
me.
so I think that that's where there is a separation between me and your point. I think that's wrong. I think that the people who passed this law are not the ones creating this much division in
They're not
America.
creating that much
Let me
division.
explain
Why
why.
was there?
Let
Where are
me
the black
explain why.
people that voted for it?
Let me explain why. Right. The
Right.
realest way to look at it is one of the biggest problems I have with your whole argument is that you think that you were taught only about white heroes, as you said, or whatever, because schools were integrated. I
Yes.
think that is wrong
How?
because I will tell you why.
Every
I
Black
will
History
tell you
Month,
why.
I'm told about the same people. I was never told about Nat Turner. I was never told about Malcolm X. I was never told about Masa Musa, the
That's a
richest
fact.
man to ever live. I
Let me
I
explain.
was taught about niggas that some sort of conformed or were just nonviolent.
Let
Malcolm
me.
X, I was taught, or not Martin Luther
Do
King, I
I,
was
do
taught
I
about.
have to hold my
Rosa
hand?
Parks, I was taught about. Oh my God. Why can't I think of the name? Because I'm just in my bag right now. Free the slaves.
Harry Tubman.
Harriet Tubman I was taught about, which if you really want to dig deep onto why I was taught about Harriet Tubman, they taught us about a woman who helped free men slaves, which I'm cool with that. But that also shows young black men that you don't need a dad in the house. Your mom is just strong enough to lead.
Jesus fuck, dude.
That's how deep it goes. Like,
So
No,
let me
it
just
we
let me.
scratching the
doesn't.
surface.
It
We got to
does
get
not
deeper on
by any means go that deep,
it.
dude.
It does.
It does. Thank you.
It does.
Look,
Thank you.
in a
Harriet
manner, it
John, I'm gonna hit the mute
may.
button again. Let me land and I'm gonna get you. If Harriet Tubman is strong enough to lead men to freedom, then your mother is strong enough to raise your lost black ass, and you don't need your dad there. Now at any point, do I sound
Okay.
wrong?
Can I just chime in?
Go ahead.
Just uninterrupted if possible. What you're talking about is 100% correct. I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination that we should not teach better history and more history. I don't want to learn about Galileo when people in Egypt were doing algebra thousands of years before Galileo understood what revolved around what and all that. I understand. That is a problem, but it is a secondary problem to what we're talking about right now. The real problem we're talking about right now is they want to teach children that are 8 years old that they are inherently bad people if they're white, and they are inherently victimized and oppressed if they are black. That
Thank you.
is not good, in my opinion. That is what critical race theory is. That is now we can agree that the curriculum needs to change. We shouldn't be talking so heavily about these white heroes that you talk about
I'm
because
cool
that
with
is
white
correct.
people learning that because it might change.
No, how can it change if it is exactly
They
what
hold the majority. They're the ones that vote these people into power.
it is exactly
bring this
what
shit in.
this type of teaching is exactly what caused these problems.
You're one of the
That
smartest people I know, Jordan. I don't know why you don't get this. It's simple, dude.
teaching
Maybe I'm just too much for my people.
teaching one group of people that they are inherently better makes the bad people in that group more bad. Like, understand that if you have a 12-year-old and they're a bad person, if you tell them that they're part of a system that enslaved all these people and part of a system that oppressed all these people, you know what they're going to end up doing when they're 24? Think like a racist person, because that's what they're going to embrace. Now, when you
Gospel.
have a good person and you teach them that, maybe it won't turn out that way. But let's be
Fucking church.
real. We can't control if you're going to end up good or bad.
So how
What
can
we
you
can
teach them
control
a
is
history that's not watered down, then also try to do this with them not seeing themselves in that? Okay, so let's not teach them that, but let's still teach them about white people having slaves, and they won't somehow connect.
well, that's already taught, man.
It's over,
That's already
dude.
taught.
It's
That's
over.
already taught.
So
It's
what's
over.
what is
It
this
doesn't happen.
I see where Jordan is going though, because in my eyes, I understand what Jordan is saying. If that's what you're saying about the new learning curriculum, but it's already taught that whites own slaves. To me, it's the same thing, and I understand exactly what Jordan is saying. So in this case here, if a kid learns that, and if it boils down to like what's in the home as well. But if a kid learns that, and then it's in the home and it's bad, then you're going to have, for an example, a white kid that thinks he's better than all black kids.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
That's
You
horrible.
shouldn't teach that.
Right. So I see where Jordan's going with it as far as how the two relate.
Yeah, I do too,
but
and that's all I'm saying.
The whole dictation of exactly what is being said, like this, we need to get over it. We
don't need a curriculum.
We should know what
need
happened.
an apology from fucking America. We're sorry that we did you niggas dirty. We're sorry that we had to build this country.
I love you.
Back.
Hey,
And
look
now
at me. Hey, Jordan. I love you. You're precious. You're creative. You're an inspiration.
I love you too.
And I
don't
let
mean
you
it's
go.
about white people, but it's
Look,
the powers
hey,
that
fuck,
be.
dude.
Y'all
What?
know it's
Okay,
fucked
so
up.
look, stop calling me white all the fucking
Don't
time.
put it on the teachers that you underpay to try to correct y'all's bullshit.
Hey, look, dude, stop
Then you're on
calling me
my
white
side,
all the fucking time. Like, we've already got past this shit. Stop calling me white. I'm your boy. That's it. That's all it needs to be.
You're my boy.
You know, there might be other pieces of shit that have the same skin color that I have, but that don't mean that that's what
But
white
it's like
people
you,
are.
John, me and you have more in common than these motherfuckers that wear suits. They're putting it on the teachers to try to correct their bullshit.
And they're putting on the children. Let's not lose sight
That's
that there
the
is
point.
kids
That's the
that do
point.
not. This is
They're-
not beneficial to creating a group of classmates that
It's
work together.
conditioning. It's
It's going to create
conditioning.
That's exactly what it is.
You
black
can put,
students and a group of white students, and that
who still
is
have to
not
go
good.
home and hear their ignorant ass parents who are taught by their ignorant ass grandparents.
But
Okay.
why are you even focusing on that? Why are you not
Hey, in
taking-
school, they told me that me and Jerome could be friends. Well, not in this household. Like,
See, but they're not teaching that. Critical race theory doesn't say that you can be friends. It says that
Just
white people
eliminate
are
it.
oppressing black people. And it is
Just
an 8-year-old
eliminate
white
it.
person's fault for that. And it is also an 8-year-old black person is a victim because the system is built like this. That is not okay to teach the kids, man. They're
Hey,
too
dude,
impressionable. It
it's
makes their
not
life
okay to teach
different.
the kids the truth.
I am every day terrified of what I could say to possibly ruin my relationship
So when
with
one of these
you.
black kids go out at
Hey,
20 years
just
old and
listen to
shit
what
ain't
I'm
changed
saying, dude.
and they
Just
get in
listen to what
fucking
I'm
trouble,
saying, because you can
they're
expound
not going to be
on it.
lost in the sauce. Well, how come me and Tyler
I'm
both
trying
had
to
the
I'm
weed
trying to give
and
you a
Tyler
point to
got
joke on.
probation and I got 15 years? It's not okay to teach him that? You think
No.
shit's going to change that
It's
far?
not.
It's okay
If
to
you want it to change,
niggas'
you can't
eyes right
keep
now,
teaching it.
more than
Like,
any time in history, are wide the fuck open. You want to blind these kids again? Tell them
no,
that it's
You
not.
know,
That's
listen
what
to
it sounds like to
anything.
me. Maybe I'm off, but that's what the fuck it sounds like to me.
well, you
You're
are
not
off.
listening to anything at
No,
all.
he's listening. You're not making any sense up there, John. I'm sorry. How much have
No,
you had to
hold
drink?
on. No, I've got a point. I'm trying to make it.
How much has John had to drink? We might have to
I'm-
put him down here.
Well, you know, John is 4'6", so just the smell of alcohol.
Yes,
get him.
I am. I can destroy rings, and I have 30 feet. I'm a hobbit.
Yeah, he's slurring. We got to get him out of here.
Yeah.
We're having an intelligent conversation. John, I love you.
I'm
It's been
gonna
a
let
good
him land.
conversation.
That's my man. I'm gonna let him land. What's up, John?
Oh, come on, bro. We get slurred speech and apologies. I can't handle it.
Come on, John. Go ahead and land, baby.
No, man. I was just trying to say some shit like from the other side, dude. Like, you know, I'm an idiot. We're all idiots. But
I'm not
I
an
don't
idiot.
think-
I'm well
I
versed on the topic.
honestly don't think that your perspective of people that are white are necessarily attacking or have a problem. Like, I think a lot of people are trying to be as accepting as possible, and there's a lot of blowback, and it makes it really hard, you know, when you're trying to be nice, to be like, you know, attacked.
And it's not
every
about
time.
nice. It's about education for children, bro. That's the conversation we need to stay on. It's not
That's
about
what I'm saying.
society
No,
at
that's
large,
what
bro.
I'm saying.
We need to
Like,
keep-
kids should
bring
not
it
be
back
taught
to the children, bro.
to-
It is
you
about
shouldn't be taught hate. Like, I feel that you shouldn't be taught hate, and I feel the same way. We should not be conditioned when we come into school to have a perspective as things as they are, because it's different than it was in
We
the past.
shouldn't be taught hate, but as you get older, as you get into history, because Joe said it's important that we teach history,
100%.
you're gonna realize that, hey, I don't hate you, but like people that look like me used to own people like you.
I understand that. And that's
So
not something
why
I'm
can't
saying.
I own you again? And
How
then
do
we're gonna
you
leave
go
these black
back?
people who think we're equal. Well, I guess it wasn't a problem if you own me. I guess
No.
you can own me again.
That's a reach, bro.
That's how I
That's
see
a
it.
reach
How
from
the
what we're
fuck is that
talking
a
about.
reach? It's a reach to think that this shit's gonna work. That's a reach.
You're missing the point of what critical race theory is. You're missing that entirely. You
How
think
am I?
that
How,
because what you're saying is not what race theory is. It's different than what you're saying.
Joe,
You're
I'm
saying
rebuttaling off what you
we're
say.
going to delete all black people from history if we don't
It's
teach it this way.
completely different.
That is not what I'm saying, and that is not what critical race theory is.
But I'm not saying erase. I'm saying
Okay, so
that you say that history needs to be taught.
yes, critical race theory is not history. It is about right now. That is what the difference is. It's teaching about what's happening right now.
So what if you don't have a teacher that's telling what's right and wrong with slavery?
Understand for 1 second, there is a difference between education and popular culture. There is a difference between education and current events.
I'm very versed with
It
that.
is not.
the responsibility of 8 and 9 and 10-year-olds to grasp the social and structure of the United States. That is not good to teach to 8, 9, 10-year-olds because all it will do is keep the structure the same. If we teach them what the structure is right now and explain to them that they are different just because of how they look, that is the wrong. That's exactly the opposite of what Martin Luther King was trying to preach. It is literally 100% the opposite of what Malcolm X even was trying to preach. It is the opposite of how you get to a place that's better in America. It is 100% the opposite direction of the direction we need to go. And you know, they mask it in a way to make black people feel better about themselves. It's not about feeling better about yourself or worse about yourself. It's not about revenge for what happened in the past or what's going on right now. It's not about any of that. It's about education. And what education is useful for is so we don't perpetuate the same bullshit over and over again. And if you teach people that they are in a system right now that are 8 and 9 and 10-year-olds, that they are going to be inherently oppressed their whole life, or that they are the reason that this group is inherently oppressed their whole life, there's a bad outcome to that. I don't care.
They're not going to stand up for themselves.
It's fucking church. You just preach, brother.
What do
You
you do
just
when
preach
what do you do
church.
when that system doesn't change?
Well, what you do is you. I know
what has changed for black people?
This is going to sound stupid, but I think
has there been a law passed for us yet in the system about being lynched or hate crimes or
yes,
attacking black people?
About? Of course there is. Laws are not going to fix the problems we have, bro.
But that's the system.
No, honoring the laws that are already there fixes all these problems. The First Amendment solves everything. You're allowed to freely believe whatever the fuck you want to believe.
And then get blackballed by like Colin Kaepernick.
Let's enforce the Constitution equally as it's meant to be enforced. That's the solution. It's not about
and then get blackballed like Colin Kaepernick.
The kids. The solution is enforce the Constitution as it stands.
Where's the hate bill that says you can't attack black people? Where's the bill that says that cops
can't attack
unarmed black people?
You're missing the whole point, man.
If I punch you, I go to jail, bro.
Or you can't attack anyone.
Special law for that for black people.
But a law got passed this year. An anti-Asian hate bill got passed.
I'm not for that.
Where is that for us?
Missing the point.
How the fuck am I missing the point? We're talking about the system. What have we done in the system for us?
But you're
arguing hate crime bill. I'm not for that. If you hate anybody,
you're arguing exact facts for no reason.
Am I missing here? I must really be drunk. Because what am I missing? When he said it's about the system. So I gathered that. So we want to teach the kids that the system isn't against you. So what has been done in the system to show these black kids that it's not against them?
Jordan, look, it's just simple.
Like, am I really missing the point that much?
Yes, you are.
Do me a favor. I'll answer you if you give me a minute to answer you.
Go for it, baby.
Go ahead.
You said that what is being done to teach black kids that the system is not against them, right? That's what you just said, right?
I mean it in the sense of what has changed in the system to show these black kids that the system isn't against them.
Okay, so what has changed? I can go through about 700 different rules that were in the books in the 60s, 50s, 40s that are no longer in the books. We are moving every single day that we move forward closer to a society that is more equal. The problem is when you tell an 8, 9, or a 10-year-old that inherently the system that we live in is racist and it's going to be like this and there's no way to fix it, you're going to get worse oppression on the other side. You're going to get worse outcome on the other side. You're going to be in a worse situation than we are in right now. That is how you literally reverse any progress we've ever made. That is the deletion of the Civil Rights Act. That is the deletion of everything that we've gone through to get here. That is how you delete it right there, because you literally are hitting the reset button. You got to understand, all kids that are in school, they're not going to all end up good people. So when you tell people who end up bad that they're inherently better than someone else, that's horrible. They're going to end up bad people. And now they got fuel. They got fuel being told that they're inherently better and they're already oppressed and they live in a system that's meant for them. That's a horrible way to tell people to live. That's what they want to teach white students, that they're inherently better and inherently built a system that oppressed other people. So you got to understand, all 8-year-olds are usually good kids. But when they turn 17, 18, 20, they may be bad people. They may turn into bad people. And now they're armed with fuel that says they're better than you because of how they look. Right. You got to understand, if you teach that shit, it's not going to go right. It's not going to work out the way you think it's going to work out.
Don't they have the internet? Can they not figure out this shit on their own?
You don't understand. The internet is not what the teachers are teaching them, dude.
8,
Like, they
9,
hear
and
that shit
10-year-olds are
spoken to
so
them.
impressionable, and it matters later, man. You don't see the ramifications of this shit until 10 years from now. I'm telling you that the thought is good. The thought from the people who have come up with this idea of critical race theory is smart, and an intelligent person can handle it. But an 8, 9, and 10-year-old can't. They're not there yet. Me and you can have a discussion. Yeah, the system is kind of broken. It does appear to be oppressing black people at a larger scale. People go to jail for the same crime. They get harder sentences. I understand that. Me and you, we can have a discussion about that. But you can't put that type of fuel into an 8, 9, 10-year-old, because in 15, 20 years, they're going to be possibly a bad person. And now they have, when they were brand new in the kindergarten, they were told they were better. From the beginning of the time they were in school, they've been told that they've been better, and they created a whole system that oppressed black people. And then on the flip side of that, you got a whole bunch of black kids being told they're victims of a system, and they're never going to do shit because they can't, because they're stuck in a system that's fucked up. Tell me how this is a good thing to tell the kids. Somebody sit here and explain that to me. Because there's no way you can explain that that's a good thing to do to kids.
So in 10 and 20 years, if shit don't change, like you talk about, we got to look at it through the eyes of now. But you brought up laws from the 50s and 60s. So what, niggas got the right to vote?
No, he was
on the
talking about what is relatable right now. Don't go back that far, fucker. I'm not going to give you that.
He said that.
No, I did say that. If you look at the progress that America has made from a time where black people and white people couldn't live in the same neighborhood, they were forced to get housing in different areas.
Yeah, whites and blacks can't live in the same neighborhood now. But now we have gentrification, where we just gonna buy everything and move you niggas out.
That's a fact. That's happening. That's part of the integration, and that sucks. But that's reality, man.
Should we teach that to the kids, or would that not show them as equal?
I think that there's a time and a place for that. We could teach that maybe in like
at 8 or 9.
Grade.
Hey, you want to live in the San Francisco Bay where it's nice? Well, you better have some paper, because these white motherfuckers moved in and raised the property value.
Well, it's not only white; it's also Asian. It's also Asian people who own every.
But you can't say nothing about Asians, because then you're Asian phobic. We have Stop Asian Hate that has no pushback against it. There's a law that says you can't beat up Asians. There's an anti-Asian hate law.
Anybody, man. There's a law that says you can't beat up anybody.
Yeah, there's a law that says you can't beat up anybody, but cops shoot niggas just like they shoot everybody else.
And there's a law, if it's unjustified, the cop goes to jail. The man saw that he got a life sentence, bro.
Listen what you said. There's a law that says you can't beat up anybody. So why do we have to bring in a specific law that says you can't beat up Asian Americans?
I don't agree with that law.
Why do we have to bring it up? Why do we have to bring? Why do we have to sign that law in?
Because
pass?
It's the same thing, dude.
Why did that law get passed faster than the anti-lynching law?
The goal
way longer than Asians begin beat up here.
The goal is to separate us from each other. They don't want us
and we shouldn't be separated. We shouldn't be separated. And I say that, but it's still gonna come down to the people who are in fucking charge, regardless of what you teach these kids. The people that are going to be in charge is a lineage. It's not going to change. You can change
the thing like that. If
you think it's not going to tears everything down, dude. You can't do that shit.
There's career politicians that have decided what the fuck that we do since we've been kids. Career politicians.
Well, if you think that there is no way to ever change what America is built on and what America stands for, and there's no way to progress forward.
Slavery started in 1619, and so far, the only thing slavery started in 1619. The only thing that has changed is that niggas is free. But if you want niggas up, guess what? Go right back to slavery.
I ain't building a raft with you. Much. Hey, look, I ain't building a raft with you, and I'm
not saying that all white people are bad. I'm saying the white people in charge are the ones that need to be held accountable.
That was a Huckleberry Finn joke for anybody that catch it because Jordan is bitching about it.
If we really want to see change in the system, we need more representation of all of what America is in the system. We need more blacks, Asians, Latinos.
Dude, you're not listening to
just got voted on by a bunch of white people.
You're not listening to anything that anybody is saying right now.
I'm not listening, you hobbit.
Because you're mad about shit, but you're not listening to reason.
I'm not mad about nothing. I'm just looking
at you. You're an angry motherfucker. And
let's bring Darryl in.
I refuse to be led.
Can we bring Darryl in? Can we bring Daryl in? Daryl will be sitting over there real quiet, hasn't said a word. So
I
Daryl,
love you, Daryl. Daryl, I ain't seen you in a minute. You know, we're gonna share this up real quick. Daryl, how the fuck have you been?
I'm good.
Let me see that shirt. Put that shirt up like this, because I like that shirt. What does that say?
Poor
Wave
Daryl.
slide? What is that right there?
Just shampoo that I get from a black-owned business.
Word.
Fat.
That shit's fire. Have you
Yeah.
talked
All right, so
to my
can
cousin in a
I ask
minute?
you a
I
question,
forgot you
Daryl?
and my cousin were such good friends. You know my cousin Derek.
Plug
Oh
it
yeah,
up.
he lives right up there. I could throw a rock and hit his house.
Man, you better tell him if I get on this show right now, goddamn. But hey, I'm happy to see you, Daryl. Look, I can be a man and admit this. Maybe I don't understand what's being said, but all I know is that I have the best interests of my people at heart. And I
No,
don't.
you're hateful.
I believe
You are
that you.
hateful
I mean,
piece of
I
garbage.
believe that you do, and when it comes down to it, we all know as well as anybody else when you touch on a subject like this, it's touchy, no matter how you try to talk about it. So if I'm basing it off of listening to what Joe is saying, the way I look at it in simple, the way I look at it is it's the simplest form of brainwashing for a young child at that age.
Because I mean, I understand
For them to
kids that young,
continue.
they soak up a lot of energy. So if you catch them young, then you can maybe nip the problem in the butt. I understand.
Well, I get that. You saying that if we try to approach the subject differently and say we're wrong and the system in America is bad, right? We're gonna get to a better place. That's what you think, right, Jordan?
Hold on, I'm trying. The sound's all jacked up. Hold up.
Are we sounding like we in a fish tank? Is that what it's doing?
Yeah, you sound like you're in a hole somewhere. Hold up.
Shit, it's been doing that all night. I don't get why.
Atari night.
They don't like what we're talking about. That's
They
what
really
it is.
don't like what we're talking about because we
I
really
think you may
exactly
be
what it
correct, sir. I think
up.
you really may be
Let me.
correct.
If y'all can hear me, let me try to leave and come back. This sound. Say something else, somebody.
Yo, what up?
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. It's all static and shit.
Damn.
But,
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
but if y'all can hear me, like the
Yeah, we
simple
hear
of
you
it.
clear. We hear you
The
clear.
simple of it that I think of when Joe's talking about it is when you teach somebody, so kids learn shit, everything at a young age. It's as simple as you say telling a kid that, you shouldn't cuss, right? But they hear it all the time. So then they're kind of like, okay, well, mommy and daddy says it all the time, so I should be able to say it. So when you teach kids, and they may not be a good analogy. I mean, I guess the way I look at it is younger kids, their brains absorb more information. So therefore, they're going to learn more. So when you teach them, like Joe was saying, that, hey, as a white person, I'm better than a black person. As a black person, I've been oppressed. Like, they're going to go through life thinking that when they get older. So therefore, you could have Billy, a little white boy that would grow up to be a 25-year-old great person, may not grow up to be a great person because this is what he was taught at a young age, and now he feels like he's better than everybody else.
Absolutely.
You have my son Cameron, that's 9 years old. I try to instill in him, hey, treat everybody like you want to be treated. Don't be a little asshole. Don't be a fucking brat. Treat others like you want to be treated. Like, I'm a very simple-minded person when it comes to that. Like, look, you show me respect, I'm gonna give you respect. You don't show me respect, be ready to throw these motherfucking hands if you come out your mouth.
Absolutely.
Like, that's just the way I am. So at the end of the day, like, me personally, do I want Cameron, my son, going to school thinking that he's not as equal to or better than a white person and vice versa? No, I don't. So then I don't want him coming to me as my son saying, hey, Dad, like, why am I not as good as John or Joey or Bob or Dylan or whoever? And then as a parent, I've got to explain myself like that's not the case. For then my son to come back, because any smart kid is going to be inquisitive and be like, well, this is what they said in school. So then I got to try to rebuttal that by trying to explain what we've gone through and where we've gotten to. So we're, to Joe's point, now we're fucking taking 3 steps back because these kids are being taught something, and the influencers, which are the teachers, they're just teaching what's put in front of them. And here, teach this shit. Here, teach this. Throw it down their throats. So at the end of the day, you've got great kids that can grow up to be great kids to be shitty people. And at the end of the day, black people that feel that they're oppressed still continue down that line. So then What can that lead to? That can lead to all kinds of shit. Well, fuck it. I'm oppressed and the system's against me. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna fucking rob and I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna steal and I'm gonna do what they expect me to do, which is what the system fucking wants us to do. So then we're back at square fucking one. And then when it comes down to what's been fought for, so the civil rights and what Martin Luther King and whatnot, that shit is a piss in the wind. That's what ends up happening when you teach little kids that got sponges as brains. Bullshit is basically what it boils down to. That's the way that I
That's
look
why
at
I'm barking at y'all. That's the
Now,
only
when
reason.
it comes down to what you're
this is
saying,
how I
Jordan,
feel.
when it comes down to what Jordan's saying, I understand it 100% because at the end of the day, we deal with this shit on a daily basis.
Yes.
Every time you turn on the fucking news, there's some black man or woman or whatnot that was unjustifiably shot and killed that didn't need that shit to happen. So when you see it continuously happen and nothing's done about it, it pisses you off.
Facts.
So I definitely see where Jordan is going with it. Whether it does correspond with what you're saying, Joe, it still has a point that's being made, even though it's two different subjects. So they go
Well,
hand in hand.
my only thing is I don't think these are problems that we should be telling to 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. That's all I care about, bro.
But my
No,
only problem is that we mask it young, but once they become of a certain age, it's going to be a problem.
That's like everything with kids, though. You have to treat kids with kid gloves, man. You can't tell kids every problem in the world.
Ultimately,
You saw a kid
are you
dancing in the gay
defending-
club in a wig, and that shit was on Good Morning America.
And that's terrible, man.
Regardless of the age, though,
Look, you can treat kids with gloves, but that's
people?
not stopping them from what's going to happen when they get older. I understand what y'all saying. Maybe if we teach them young, that shit will change.
That's what I just said.
But the powers that be, the powers that be, are going to be. They're not going to think of that. If this is a good idea, which I'm on board with. I don't want you to think I'm not on board with it. It's just right now I don't see any change. But 50, 60, I don't even put it like that. 2 generations, 3 generations down the road, this could have some real residual effects where this makes a change. But right now,
I think it has negative effects only. I don't see any positive, man. And look, I'm not discounting
I'm agreeing with y'all. I'm saying this could be a good change for the future. Just right now, I don't see it. But
this isn't a change, bro. Right, man, this is stopping a change from happening. This is all this is.
Your whole outlook on this, dude, is a negative outlook. You're coming from the outside like you're.
Man, I can't listen to John no more. You're gonna have to mute him. Get him out of here, dog.
I'm not gonna mute John. I'm not gonna mute John.
But we on a different wavelength. You can be on right now.
I'm going to Smoking Square. Hey, my stepmom, she said, look, I'm gonna put it like this. My stepmother, shout out Bridget, she said she agrees with everything Daryl said. She said Daryl's a smart guy. I posted the comment. And what Daryl said was G. I mean, I definitely agree with it.
Look at it this way. Look, this is the best way to look at what Joe is saying, right? So the analogy that I just thought about is this. You teach a kid, again, like I talked about, that white's better than black, black's oppressed, right? Mm-hmm. It's the exact same outcome as a KKK member teaching their kid that they are a higher power. And then the kid at 5 years old, when he becomes 25, is in the KKK. And teaches his kid that he's a higher power. So then his generation thinks that he's better than everybody else. And it's it's a snowball effect. So now you have this snowball.
I understand that at a young level. Don't teach them that until they get to a history where they're like, wait a minute, that's my daddy in the Klan picture hanging niggas that look like you.
Look,
so what the fuck have I been doing my whole life?
That's
how I see it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, I will say I'm wrong. But that's just how I see it.
You're missing.
I'm going to smoke another square because this conversation got me riled up. My titties is hard. I'm going to let y'all talk real quick. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. Look, Daryl, I appreciate the commentary. Joe, I appreciate the commentary. Of course. John, I appreciate the commentary.
I have to go, man. It's almost midnight. I gotta go to bed, bro. I gotta work.
That don't mean shit. All right. So should we finish the show right here then?
Hey,
So let's finish on a high note. Let's take it a different direction, and let's finish up with some funny shit or something to make everybody have a good night. Let's do
all right.
that.
I got a
I
number.
got something. I got something.
Go
So
for it.
I bet y'all $100.
Oh, I
right
really got pissed. I'll be back to finish the show. Y'all tell y'all stories.
Just
I'll
leave.
be
I
back to
want his
finish it.
I
$100.
bet
I don't want you to get the
$100
chance.
against the $10 bill that the United States of America wins more gold medals in this Olympics than anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would go with that. I want to go on that
You want to
side.
know why? You want to know why? Because
Why?
I know why.
In America, we got black people, we got white people, we got Asian people, we got Mexican people, we got
We got
Hispanic
the
people.
best.
We got all the best athletes because we got all the best of everything. It's America, mother.
But you also know what's funny about that as well. That statement is that some of the people that play sports here in America sometimes when they compete, they compete for their country.
Yeah. I don't like that. You live here, you American, damn it. You on our side. But one thing I'll tell you is
I was about to say something quippy, but you just jumped in and like shut it all the fuck down. You're like, nah, they fucking work here, motherfucker.
yeah, you American, bro. You here.
Welcome to Walmart, baby. Welcome to Walmart.
It's pretty clear, man. Like if you see like China, when they go up there ain't no black people for China. There's none. They don't got no black people doing flips in the Chinese gymnastics. You know what I'm saying? They don't got none of them. It's all Chinese people. You see like Russia get up there. Ain't no black people on no Russian team.
Right.
England might have one or two black people, one or two. You know what I'm saying? Same thing if you look at the African countries. When Morocco gets up there, don't see no Chinese looking people. It's all Moroccan people. You know that's why America.
Stupid shit.
We are great. We got all of us here, bro. We work together and we the best at everything. It's America, bro. We got the best.
Right.
Word heard.
Wendy Williams is back. How y'all doing?
I just went on my America's gonna win all the gold medals this year.
I want to shout out everything. My boy Dante wants to shout out his business. I'm not sure of his business, but whatever business my boy Dante's
I gotta
doing,
go though. I'm signing off.
I'm signing off right now. So hold up. I'm gonna end it. We're all gonna end together. I promise you. This is a sign off. This is John Boy. I always appreciate your commentary. Thank you for coming in, baby. I love you to death.
Thank you for having me. I love you.
Dale Dean is the newest character to the show. I think my goal, I'm gonna hit 140 characters, and then I'm gonna do a new challenge to myself of 140. It could be try 140 drinks.
Oh God.
Learn wear 140 different shirts. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna be, but right now the 140 challenge is get 140 new people on the show. Daryl Dean is the newest. Daryl, thank you for coming in, my brother. I appreciate you watching the show. I appreciate your commentary. You definitely added to the conversation tonight.
I appreciate you having me.
It's much appreciated, my brother.
You welcome anytime, bro.
Morocco Joe, my brother, I love you to death. Maybe I might just be drunk or retarded. I didn't know what we were trying to say, but I feel like both of our hearts are in the same place.
Yeah, we just want better for everybody, especially the kids, man. That's
Definitely.
the most important thing.
I want to shout out Kiss My Glass, Ashley Rutherford. That's my boy Flo's girl. If you want a custom glass made, holla at her. She will make you a custom glass. Sydney, she's still doing body waxes. Come get your asshole and your pussy hole waxed. It's $8 if you buy yourself, or it's $2 for $10 if you bring a friend. We wax everything you need. 140 characters in these streets. Please always remember to have your dogs and cats spayed or neutered. Catch me next week, Thursday, 9:30, live again. I might have the same panel. It might be different. You don't know. Just like your daddy told you as soon as he saw your little ass come out the womb, bitch, I'm out. It's another episode. 140 characters. Peace, everybody. Much love.